everyone will have fun, and no one will die, and it'll be less Christmas. And maybe this time Kelly won't get a fucking ornament blast to the ass.
Oh dear. Well, I will just say
Son
that
of
we
a
are currently live
bitch, I guess
on both
I'm gonna have to run that
YouTube
in 2
and
parts.
Twitch on
I
my
hate
end.
that.
So
Well, you can just split the map in half. It's like not inherently a bad thing.
Yeah, I just it because of how I have that area kind of planned, splitting the party is a big possibility. So it's like, damn.
Shit happens. I mean, what's the worst
that
thing?
and then I'd have to like remake half of it in Dungeon Draft or Dungeon Scroll. So
This is why I don't ever make maps. I'm like, hey, who made this map? Okay, I got it.
well, unless somebody else has a really good rendition of like Westminster Abbey to send me, then I can't really do much other than make the map.
Do you like that in 4K or 12K?
I mean, 4 would be fine, but
I want it in 4 pixels.
Just sends you, goes on to MS Paint, makes 4 dots, and then hands it to you.
pretty much.
Perfect.
Oh, I didn't know we were making slaughter maps.
What is this a picture of?
That's my left foot. This is the right foot. I know.
I hate this shit so goddamn much. Oh, it's available for pickup. But then it's like out for delivery too. Expected delivery on today. But it's available for pickup. But if I go to pick it up, they're like, no, it's out for delivery. Fucking hate
Why I
postal
generally
service.
this is why I generally just wait till the postal service delivers my shit and I don't care, because I feel like I'm just gonna go insane waiting for it.
Well, I bought a gelatinous cube pin.
Oh, okay. Is that the
It's a
one you showed
gelatinous
me?
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually show you the actual one now. It is adorable.
Is it the one? Oh wait, you have it now, or is it? Are you still waiting for it?
I will post the link in Sea of Sorrows.
Oh, huh. Jeebus, you're being paged.
I love him.
I don't know who this guy.
This is Big
Being
Green.
paged. That's not Big Green. I refuse.
Big Green was actually a cat.
Started.
This is Big Green.
okay, I can hear you guys on the Twitch side as well.
Turn off the watch together.
Are you guys able to
So
hear
I
me,
don't-
or am I still silent?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I had a weird thing yesterday where my mic would randomly, or my headset randomly peaked, and just like started blowing out my ears for like 5 seconds with everyone talking. I don't know how that happened. I'm still trying to figure out how.
Yeah, I also realize that since I have started the Sea of Sorrows on on the Twitch, I might as well just finish up with it there on Twitch.
Finish up, dude. We're gonna be here for years.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like it started with 1, 2, and all the other stuff. So I was get the flow with it and try to use both of them.
What the shit?
How long have we How long have you actually been playing like Drake Salvation and Dungeon Dinguses combined, Davis? Has it been like 5 years?
I don't think it's been that long.
It's
I
been
think-
at least 2.
It's almost 3 actually,
I want to say like nearly 3, and that's it.
almost 3.
Because I joined around like the end of the first year, and then I've known you guys for about 3 years. So about.
About, yeah. Alright.
Well, I guess the one benefit is we won't be getting to that map anytime, or potentially anytime soon. Depends on how you guys want to play it.
So I'm a big fan of description, small details, and something. So that's just general writing tips, I guess. And I don't really care as a DM.
Just put watch
Like,
together.
That is just general DM writing.
Yeah, I don't get what that was. I was like, do you want this to be more of like a streamlined? Here's your goals. Let's go get them. Or
No, I want
to get
more.
bogged
I
down
want to
for
be
the
more
next like
invested in.
2 months in this shithole here.
I kind of want more personally, because it's just what I generally enjoy. Is I want more like ability to interact, have the world feel like it's kind of moving, rather than here's a boat, let's go to point A, point B, point C, point D, done.
Yeah, one of the things that I like about D&D most is like the fact finding
Muppet, I think, but I'm not sure.
No, there's something.
I cast gun.
I can't.
Back there and kicking the.
Oh my god, go. God.
There we go. Everything should be working now.
All right. Let me know when we're all good. Jeebus, we good?
Yep.
Miser, we good?
Yep. Just let me grab my watch together and we're good to go.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's episode 4 of Sea of Sorrows. and I'm way too happy for this, and I don't even have the Walking Together open, so just a moment so I can get some good old-fashioned music going here. What is that?
I'm not sure.
That was loud. Oh, it's Miser.
Oh, is that me? It was on my end.
Don't worry about it.
Did you pause the entire Watch Together?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, back to that. Yeah, it is episode 4 of Sea of Sorrows. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are down a player. So, Aura, our gunslinger, will be being played by Jeebus the Dingus.
I got a gun! So he sounds right.
Yeah, close enough. So last time on Sea of Sorrows, the group succeeded in surviving a number of attacks in the Cross Manor, figured out the puzzles, located all of the gems and the items for the key, narrowly outran the Lord of the Manor, Mr. Matthias Cross, aka the half-ogre zombie that began to chase them. Various situations occurred, such as Elliot touching a statue and discovering the fate of a renowned sculptor at the hands of Matthias Cross and Alexa Cross. They later found their way into the locked room using the key, to which they found themselves under the mansion, in an ancient underground pond, littered with countless corpses of adventurers and, well, more than Deckham could count of women that struck a very striking resemblance to Mistress K, or Alexa Cross, whichever you prefer on that. Having the paladin with him, he said some words and was accosted by a Dark Lord. However, the words did have some effect as they decided to take a rest, the dead telling them they still had time before, well, what they walked into a few moments later after their rest. And with a little further ado, as the lights came up, as lightning began to crackle from crystal to crystal in an energized shield as Alexa Cross began to work on Kay. And the party is now, of course, being attacked by, well, mistakes. And that is where we are. So let's get back to some spooky combat music, and we will get back. What's a good one here?
Hey, you just grab like the first one and just start playing downward.
Oh, there we go. I believe last time we began, it was her turn. She just ended as 2 mistakes had burst from their jars, and she had begun cutting into the back of Kay, who was now strapped to a table which had been rotated to expose her back. That means, if I'm not mistaken, it is now Kyle's turn.
He just threw the flash powder onto the crystal, correct?
Yes.
Should I YOLO it? One in doubt. Fuck it. This won't be steady aimed, so this is gonna be me aiming for the crystal again with the dice. So, yeah. Oh, that was a mistake.
I'm afraid not.
I'll just bonus
You hit the crystal, but you don't hit the powder.
Bonus action, call those back. Gonna start just moving a little bit this way, just in case.
Anything else?
Nah, action, bonus action, and somewhat of my movement.
Elliot.
Right.
A horrible creature, which I will shift L or shift C for those who haven't had the fun. Just came up and I believe took a couple of swipes at Deckham.
Okay. Just going to do a quick check here on my audio thing because it's been crackling a little bit, peaking too much.
I can barely hear you, Miser.
I don't think he's looking at his microphone right now.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm over here. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Alright. No, it was just, everyone else's audio was peaking really high, so I had to fix that. Alright. Just gonna help out get, Deckham a clear movement and not deal with annoying dangers. So what was the effects of the magic beam you gave to Elliot's sword, Deckham?
Yeah, it's a magical weapon.
Alright, and I did forget to ask Moogle, but this was player fault, but the vampire bite that Elliot has, would that be considered an action or bonus action?
The bite counts, as I believe, as an attack.
Yeah, it just says weapon and that's it.
Then it's, if that's what it's defined as by the the lineage, then it is just a weapon attack, like Tabaxi's claws.
Alright. So, it's gonna sit with a great sword. Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit.
Nope. The goofiness of it moves just out of the way in time, which is weird because you were really trying, but it was like I don't know where to hit. Center of mass, the arms.
Well, that'll be it for him.
All right. Layer actions. Sure. You hear a loud crack again as the arc changes to the other side. You hear the shattering. Oh, 3 things shattering. Boom, boom, boom. I need to be on a different layer. As 3 more burst open from there. Well, tubes. Diggum.
Alright. I want to push this man and hopefully push him into the lightning beam.
Okay.
I'm not very strong, though.
Let me ask you a question, though, Deckham, being where you were and where you came from. Were you around a lot of golems?
Yeah.
Make me a history or an arcana check about golems.
13.
Some golems are particularly happy in electricity, just to warn you.
Alright.
This may not be one of those, but...
And, I'm going to use... This is so stupid. I'm going to use my action to disengage. Move up to here. And probably fail miserably as I try to misty step through the barrier.
Yes, I'm afraid as you do go to cast it, you feel it, and you've cast Misty Step before, and usually when you cast it, you kind of have a sense of it anchoring to the point you're aiming at. This, as you go to cast it, you feel that the anchor point is going to be on the wall, on this electrical pipe wall.
So Elliot, you just see Deckham run, like, go into a combat stance, dive in this direction, and you hear him yell, "Damn it! Okay, hold on! Somebody break a damn crystal!"
Could we use these creatures to throw them into the crystals?
Lightning's a bad idea! Bonus action, movement. That's the entirety of Deckham's turn.
Aura.
Oregon, shoot him. This guy.
Okie dokie.
He has two different. Oh, I see. I'm assuming he can do something special to make his thing acid.
Yes.
Is it like a once per day thing? Because remember he already used it.
It's the next number of shots, I believe. I don't know if he said it or not already. I think he did use it earlier. Let me
Okay.
check.
I know he used it. I know he used it was acid before he did something.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shoot this guy and hope it does damage. Bang!
Ooh, that hits.
Alright, and then he's just going to move over here to kind of get a better position and end his turn.
Do you mind keeping it down? I hate it when the audience is so rowdy.
Silence, you heretic.
As you watch her move the blade slowly lower down what you assume is Kay's spine, you hear her crying out. And since it's her turn, these things move. And let's see. The one is in combat with Elliot, so we'll do heroes first.
Mm-hmm.
One. Oh, god darn it. Those were to GM. Why were those to GM? We need to do this public. So that's, geez. It's one of those nights already.
He's fine. Gotta help, he's fine.
I mean, that was a shit second roll, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think a 13 hits.
Higher.
And against Aura comes the next two.
Wait, so
14 and a
are those 2
14.
attacks hitting Elliot?
The 27 and the 13 are to Elliot.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that nat 20 there.
Aura's feeling dodgy.
Is it uncannily?
No.
Kyle. You got 3 of them coming on to you.
Oh, he doesn't have his action surge tracked.
What do I got? Well, I might as well just check this as I'll fucking throw a small little psychic card at one of the fucking mistakes. Oh my god.
Which one you aiming?
The one there so I can get my sneak attack.
The one next to Aura?
Yeah.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. And then I'll bonus action use my shifting, and I will ping what it does. And I'll add the temp HP in real quick.
Alrighty. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, because I used my bonus action, so I can't throw another knife.
I mean, you're not gonna move or anything?
I mean, I'm thinking. Might as well just start moving a little bit. I need actually, what's my move now? Because it's another... Alright, so 35 plus another 10 now on top of that. I now have 45 move. But yeah, that's my turn.
Elliot.
One moment. I accidentally hit the shift back with the tracking pad. Alright, I am in bad shape.
Like a circle?
Yeah. Speaking of, let me see.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you shot a guy.
Nice.
You're also surrounded by guys.
Oh,
So Miser, just to let you know, you are breathing in the mic a few times. So.
Oh, I do apologize. Is that
No
good
worries.
enough?
That's better.
Alright.
So what are you doing?
I'm measuring. See how
I see
many
that.
careful calculations.
Simple geometry.
Simple math, really.
Seems like I'm only gonna get at best 3 of them. But I'm gonna go here and use my channel divinity, which is conquering presence.
Oh.
The DC is 13. Wisdom saving throw. Wait, hold on.
Damn, that's actually nuts.
Some bad news, though.
Ah,
Immune to fear.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, I still have my action. So, how far is this crystal from me?
The crystal you're next to?
Yes.
Well, you're pretty sure if you leaned back any further, you might get a nasty tingle.
Great. I'm going to hold my action, and the moment that electricity is gone, I'm taking a swing at it.
Okay. That being said, as another pop and crackle occurs as it switches to the other side. Go
Alright.
ahead and roll your attack or the layer action. That'll hit.
It's a magic weapon, too.
Strength
Mm-hmm.
or athletics.
Athletics. Here we go.
Or strength, whichever.
I'm going with athletics. That's what I'm proficient in. Well,
Alright. Roll me a D8, please.
seven.
Since there is no other direction for that one to go, with that, it hits the pillar. But it is leaning because these are on a pedestal.
Oh, it's getting a little closer to me now.
Oh yeah, And that could be a problem. All right. Check him.
Alright, since that didn't work.
It is moved. You're not sure what effects it has yet.
He was talking about his Misty Step.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
15 foot. It shoots out from you. Okay, so it's a 15-foot cube from me. Deku. It's going to run down here. And it's a 15-foot cube, so it hits. No. Okay, so it'll be this. Is that how that works?
What spell?
Thunderwave. So it says it's a 15-foot cube in front of me.
No, it's from stealth, so it'll hit around you.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd have to, like...
Wait,
it'll
which
hit
one?
me. Thunderwave.
No, Thunderwave is cube.
Yeah.
That Thunderwave
You
would
have to be
originate
within the
itself.
15-foot cube, so you can be a corner of it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Thunderwave was
At
always
least that's
weird.
my understanding of it.
I thought
So it would
the
be-
cube originated from yourself.
Yeah, the cube originates.
Ah, okay. It still works for what I want to do.
Or, wait, it would be 15, so it'd be, you I never did that one. 15-foot cube is like that. So those
Ah.
9 cubes. You would
Okay.
have crystal,
Oh, I would.
because it is within 2 of those cubes.
Bang.
Send it. Alright, and it pushes, right?
I believe so. I don't know. I don't have the
I should just hit it in the show.
push 10 feet
Oh,
from me.
completely within, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, then I wouldn't do it, and I'll just. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say you would know that.
Cool. All right. On the other hand, then. On that creature you can see within range. I know golems. These things aren't creatures, are they?
Judging from the way they reacted to certain things, you would assume that they're somewhere between a creature and a golem.
Okay. I am going to twin spell Acid Splash. This one. Oh, fuck, I'm on the relay. This one. And this one.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Wow, I'm sorry. But they are Dexy boys.
Alright, so the one in front of the aura takes 1 damage.
Jeebus.
It's okay. Since that, is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Aura.
Alright. So, am I watching Deckham and do this acid splash? Or would I be seeing this
pretty
happen?
much see whatever. I mean, other than the 2 golems or 3 golems that are creeping up on you.
Okay. Did I notice that acid splash? Did it do anything different?
It hit, and it seemed to burn some do some damage.
I think you're mistaken.
No,
He's using acid splash on the golems, not on the crystal.
Yeah.
He's wondering if
Yeah.
acid damage did more to the golem.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
With your experience with acid, it did about the same amount of damage you would expect a pretty pitiful splattering of acid to do.
That's fine. Acid's good for other things, which is why I'm gonna actually use it. I am going to, as a bonus action, convert my next 6 shots to do acid damage. And I am going to look at this Gabino, or thing, and I'm going to use a Deadeye shot to gain advantage on the roll, and I'm going to Curb Blast it.
Oh, you're way better at playing your character than I am.
That hits. Lovely. How much I can do now? My action surge is already taken. That'll be actually going to reposition myself here. And that will be my turn. Yeah, I'll just like I'll just like draw my revolver, shoot it right in the kneecap, and then I'm gonna slide under as it swings at me and then reposition above it. That'll be my turn.
She seems to be humming to herself. But that being said, wrong grab. That needs to go back where it was. Yeah, close enough. That one's kind of confused where to go, but this one isn't. So, that being said, 4 attacks are coming to Aura.
Holy fuck, dude. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Alright.
Next 2 are coming to Elliot.
Alright, oh. That one just hits.
And, let's see here. Kyle. That's a 25 and a 20. Nope. Ugh.
Yeah, that downs me.
Kyle, I guess I need that death save.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Please don't nap one.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I go the other way. Jeez.
Damn, one more and you would have been back up.
Alright, well, I'll put one in the success. Oh, even with like the... Actually, hold on. I have to do math. What's 19? That's 30? Yeah, even with my temp HP, I want to survive that. Actually, 31... No, it's like 3 off my temp HP. God
Sorry.
Damn. Nah, that's fine.
Elliot.
Question, how do these crystals look, or is there any unique structure about them? And the lightning goes in and out of them?
When they're glowing and you're not, and every time the lightning hits them, they glow brighter and then they slowly dim. The crystal in front of you is on a pedestal that is not as well mounted to the floor as the others, or to the walls on the other floor. As you kind of knocked it already a distance.
I'm going to take another swing at it, but this time with the intent to bring the crystal down to the ground level and attempt to move it further or angle it in a way that's facing more over here.
So basically what you can do is you can move it from its position. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Alright. You can either do that with an athletics, or you can make an attack, or you have something else that you think would work.
I currently don't have anything but the trust of my sword, so taking a swing at it. Like a baseball bat.
That hits. And since you are trying to drive at a specific distance, make me an athletics.
Alright.
On diggity. So you're able to move it to there.
And then that's it for my turn. Actually, wait, yeah. That's all I can do.
You begin to hear the sparking and snapping.
Oh, is
I
it?
hate that I have to use Alt. Get it. Oh, nice and perfect.
Is this a save for half damage? Because I think I'm just dead even if I pass or not.
Oh crap. Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't see you
You
there.
could roll 2d4 and get half damage and I'm still dead. These lightning beams could be like those fucking pull-out gums that shock people and I'd go down. Is that damage?
No, that's not.
We're alive!
I'm guessing that's for Elliot because he's in the way.
Yes.
Nope. Just let me do this here. I just gotta figure this out because.
He's carrying the 4, he's putting it all together.
All
It's
right.
happening.
So let me see. I need a deck save from Elliot and Deckham.
Oh. Shoot. Alright.
Alright, Elliot, what you do is you more or less see it coming at you. And dodge out of the way. Deckham,
Yeah.
you get hit.
Bye.
A lightning bolt, as this thing seems to have trying to determine where to ground out at this point.
I am a fucking storm sorcerer.
Yes. I want you to roll me a constitution.
Yes!
Save or just Constitution?
Constitution save.
16?
You take 2 points of damage.
Ow.
I want you to roll. As you watch this hit one of the golems, particularly this one over here, and it overcharges and starts burning that one. You, on the other hand, I want you to roll me either a straight intelligence or an arcana.
They're both the same. 4.
You think that should have tingled more.
Strange.
And that's the layer action for that now. Deckham, it is your turn.
So her shield's still up.
As you know, if you're looking at that, you notice that the crystal on the bottom side is slowly discharging. The shield is reduced a little bit, but you're pretty sure if the next one pops, it's going to keep the shield going.
Alright.
In other words, she had a redundancy in case one of the crystals failed.
I move down here. So this will put it in a 15-foot cube, right?
Yes, it would.
Time for blast.
Damn it, Deli, you're not in this game.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is going to be quite the noise.
moves it how far? 10?
10. Away from me.
Oh, it's not very high damage. Too bad he didn't double crit that one. But it is moved and it smacks against the wall.
Fantastic. And with tempestuous magic, I can move 10 feet without taking any loads.
Move 20.
Zoom. So you just see these, it's literally like Deckham's back just glows blue, and this burst of energy propels him forward. And as he noticed that the gems were dimming, he's going for it again.
Deckham, roll me an intelligence again.
Come on, Deckham, be smart! 13?
Your knowledge says you shouldn't have been able to move that far. But that's it.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to try to walk through the barrier.
You're gonna try and force your way through this barrier?
With what has recently happened to him with his magic and his lightning, he's gonna try it, yeah.
Make me a charisma save.
I'm using my inspiration. Fuck!
Go ahead and use that inspiration if you're gonna use it.
He already did.
What do you use?
I rolled an 8.
Oh wait, does it work like Bardic or is it like, advantage?
You get advantage, and I thought I had you.
Oh.
Did we forget that I give you one every beginning of every game?
No, he used it.
Yeah, I rolled an 11 for the first one and an 8 for the second one.
Oh.
You gotta remember, man, dice hate me.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry, I did not see the 11 charisma save. My apologies. With an 11, you feel like this should be hurting a lot more, even though it is hurting. But you feel like you might seriously be able to push through this, to be honest.
It's gonna turn around. Elliot, I need a shove!
I will see if I can be right there. If I still live.
Aura. Aura. Agreed, you're muted.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, your boy's fucked. Is this completely impeding my path here? There is no way around this, or through. I mean, there's a way around way over here, but through is a no-go. So, God,
I mean, you might be able to get through it.
could I roll an acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
See if I. Okay, I'm going to
Fucking
use an action to disengage and try my damnedest to get through it.
Just need that athletics check to make sure you can slide over.
Oh,
yeah, you're fine.
Acrobatics.
Woo.
So.
Yeah, you literally like see it and you kind of wait for it to whip up as lightning does, and you're just like swoop right under.
Thank fucking God.
I don't
Second
weather on
wind.
stone.
For sure, second wind. Please roll hot.
Plus your fighter level 2.
That's 12 health right there.
12 health, baby. Still have another 15 movement. I'm fucking out here.
Watch another one just spawn and fucking slap your face.
Well,
That is-
those are one of the few that haven't spawned yet.
Best I can do. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't spawn. That's like my only hope if it doesn't spawn.
Miser.
That is my turn.
I saw that. That's a scary, it's a scary path you just drew.
You're better off pushing Deckham. We'll see.
Hearing the loud bang of the thunder wave, Alexa turns, realizing that and it takes her a moment as she's looking through. She looks at you, she looks across. I hate it when the crowd gets so unruly. have to take things into our own hands, don't we? And you watch as she kind of touches the table. And you guys know the bone saw from Bloodborne? You know, the quick one,
No.
the one you get early on.
I've never played, so no.
Okay, imagine a giant, like, cleaver-sized, like, saw.
Oh.
It's like a pistol grip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Except, well, this one would have a pistol grip, but it's got the long handle. And she snaps it out while staring at you.
Hello, darling.
You should really just be quiet.
You need a facelift.
So good.
At first, you can see just pure black rage behind her eyes before it just creeps into this very male. I think I'll start with you fast, Ugly.
Ugly, I'm designed by purpose.
Hello.
We'll roll back through because. Doot.
Man, if this was any other situation, no, Deca would have tried to save you, but this is the worst situation.
No, I know, it's fine. This is the smarter play. That's all good. Oh.
Elliot, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I got a bad feeling about that.
Do good, paladin man.
Why did I roll low? Dice hate me too.
You guys can't roll for shit in this game.
No.
That hits.
This is the unconscious one.
I got hit. I didn't roll bad. There's a difference.
Oddly enough, that actually hits, so congrats.
Wait. Actually, would Kyle be true dead? Because that hit for her full HP. Or,
Are you negative your full HP?
Okay, what's your max HP?
my max HP was 26. They hit me for
Oh.
30 something.
No, you would have to hit
No.
at
Oh.
50.
4.
Okay. I always get confused on that, so that's my baby.
Okay. If you are at max health, it has to hit your full HP plus your full HP again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
double
why
it.
if you're at 0, it's really bad because, or like 2 or 3 hit points, because then it's like, oh, if I take more than that, it could roll over, So like if you were at 26 and I rolled
You're at 1
30,
HP, get hit by that disintegrate. It's like,
Yeah, that's why if you were like at 4 hit points.
yeah, bad example.
Yeah, I was
If
gonna
you were
say.
it's like if you were at 4 hit points and I rolled 30, then you'd be dead outright.
Okay.
They are gonna try and move this thing back. They don't get it very far, but they try. And of course, with it, that adjusts a little bit.
Are they also getting the zappy?
Yeah.
We don't want them to get that.
Kyle,
Yeah, I'm going.
give me that nut one.
Well,
Yep, you're still alive.
I'll probably just end up being unconscious this whole fight, to be honest.
Are you?
Right now.
As the paladin is within 10 feet.
So here, I give you 1 point for my lay on hands. I still have 4 more points left. So you got 1 point of health.
Correct. Woo! Until these things slap me again.
And I'm just gonna say, distract them and keep those crystals away from properly aligning. I'm going to help deck them. And I'm gonna run and give this guy a push. With the remaining 30 feet of movement.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
What kind of push are you gonna give him? Are you gonna just full barrel, like...
Full barrels charge. A little
Alright,
shoulder
I will
rush.
say that if you were intending to... wait, does lay on hands bonus action, or...
Actually,
Lay on
I
hands is an action.
think that's an action.
It's an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
Alright, then I guess your movement you would not have been able to.
Alright,
But you do definitely get to him.
okay.
But I said, don't worry about me, bro.
All right, Deckham, you can definitely notice that crystal ahead of you is getting weaker. And you see that one going to the south there, down here, starts getting shocked by this as it passes. The other two are burning off as that crystal begins to dim. Deckham.
Push!
I wish I could give you a
I'm
sip
just
of
going to... I'm guessing you want another charisma save?
Yeah.
Come on, Deckham. 16.
Deckham,
Yeah.
you reach into this shield. Something primal within, remembering that your battery overloaded and everything, and your instinct to do something. Do you have any spell slots left?
Yes,
Do you have a level 1 spell slot?
I do.
Please remove it,
Okay.
as if it's used, as you force the pure sheer will of electricity within yourself. You sense a opposition, but you feel like you can overpower it. As you do so, you focus everything on saving her. And you do take 16 points of damage. You feel your internal circuits sizzle, crackle. You're literally feel something melting. But even as smoke pours out of you, the shield is gone, shattered like glass. Anything else?
Democracy will not fall to the Red Menace. Do I have my actions and everything? I mean, I can definitely tell if that would take an action or not.
You at least have your movement. You know what? You took max damage. Yeah, you have an action.
Hold person.
Oh, really? Okay, so I need to do a wisdom save, right?
Yeah. That fails!
Oh dear. Find a good icon for that. There we go.
So, Elliot, again, you're always the closest one to me when I do the cool stuff. He reaches out his hand after saying that, and you just see him just like clutch the hand. You hear the ting of his fingers against his wrist, and around her, an electrical field forms.
But just
Turns to
points
you.
out,
Do it now.
all those armor plates that you see on Deckham, literal smoke is pouring out from under them.
Oof.
Alright,
I can move. I can fight.
Alright,
unless
Optimus
you actually
Prime.
have a move. Oh, are you moving? Okay.
I am.
Aura.
As I watch the shield go down, I just immediately go from running away to running towards. And I just look, and it's just dead set dash as fast as humanly possible towards this fucking girl.
Alright.
You are.
Gun pointed directly at her fucking cranium.
This the key.
She gets another save.
That will be my turn.
Yes!
Alright. Here comes the rogue. Bonus action.
She's
Yeah.
restrained. Oh, she's paralyzed. Even better.
Is that an auto crit? I forget.
Auto crit.
Hold on, let me just turn on the auto crit just so I can do the damage. Where's the crit range? I'll just lower it to 1 for this. And then I'll switch it back afterwards. Here's my bonus action. Here's my action. When it rolls. Maybe. Wow, I rolled some piss poor damage. Actually, not bad.
Well, that's great, other than a situation.
Action.
As you go in, you see her eyes go wide, and just as you're about to hit, for the right before the last moment,
You can do that while she's held? I thought you couldn't use reactions while you're paralyzed.
this is different.
She was just built different.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that it is outside of that. As you watch, what you go to hit, suddenly turns into a black mist. Almost, in your case, you've seen vampires get hit.
Yeah.
And she suddenly appears behind, Deckham. Just the most twisted smile. Anything else, Kyle?
Nope, bonus action. I got nothing else.
Elliot.
We're still...
Is she still restrained, though, or is she standing?
She seems to have shaken off that, whatever effect it did. The held person just seemed to have also dispersed.
Okay. I'm gonna burn my inspiration to take an attack with advantage. Is that okay with you, DM?
Right ahead.
Okay. Dice gods be on my side on this one. Okay, before that happens,
This hell.
I'm also burning my last level 1 spell, and giving her our first level Divine Smite. That's piss poor damage, but that's all I can throw at her.
We live for piss poor damage in this house.
Right. One moment.
I'm just going to shout, "By St. Cooper's light!" Just chasing after her.
You, Elliot, if I may.
Yes.
She was raising the bone saw to attack Deckham in the back. A twisted smile on her face. You charged. Instead of cutting, you decided to
Shove the sword right through her
just run her
chest.
through.
Oh.
Now, you've done this a few times, and you've done it against various enemies. This was easy. Very easy. As she stares down, the smile slowly fades. The energy charring at her as she clutches. She drops the bone saw, begins reaching for your face. Oh, what would you... And with that, plate gaping hole, she slides off your burning blade.
You had turned from
Collapses
St.
also.
Cooper's light. I simply administered proper divine punishment.
As you watch her fall, a few moments later, you hear the sound of powering down. You hear wet noises as you turn and look behind you as the shambling mistakes shudder in unnatural ways for liquefying. Their bones what bones they had clatter. The flesh turns to fat, liquid, grease, blood. Creates pools of it. It's over. Except for the whimpers of Kay, who is, Deckham, help.
Are we out of initiative, or?
Yeah. Deckham is really trying to figure out how this table operates and trying to flip her back over.
You
DM, are we out of initiative,
an
or?
investigation.
Looting the corpse. Oh, did you get to it first?
No, I'm not looting.
It's a simple latch, but just to point out, she has been cut from the base of her skull, pretty shallowly, but enough to get to the bone, down, below her shoulder blades on her spine.
DM, I still have 4 points of lay on hands. I'll use that.
I was gonna RP for that.
Oh, sorry.
As you're like over there, her corpse is still on your sword. You just see the beam of red light look in your direction. Elliot, do you have anything left?
A few things. I'll walk over. Elliot will walk over, take off his robe so he can give as a clothing for Miss K, but he'll also hold his hand out, which still has a few glow of radiant energy, and give her 4 points, or the remaining 4 points of lay on hands.
Alright. You watch as the wound closes up. She takes in a deep gasp of relief. You notice that it is a simple latch to rotate the table back over.
As he pulls the latch and as it's spinning, he looks to Orem. This will be the only time I ask you this, but mutilate that body. She does not deserve to die beautifully.
Actually, as you start looking at it, you hear a very odd noise, like seams ripping, as you see her body. She's aging very rapidly, drying out, the parts where you could see different pieces of skin ripping open. Like a teddy bear being torn apart at the seams.
Blast! I forgot that there was the creature Xantress.
No, you can roll me a religion or something if you want to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's just Elliot remembers when he made that prayer for the souls that were killed. So he didn't mention it to Declan, but he unfortunately failed to mention it to Orem and Kylie. 14.
Whatever power was keeping her together, now that she's dead, body is catching up with time.
Her pursuit for immortality and eternal youth was also her curse. Still, I wonder where her dark sponsor is at.
How disappointing.
Something you all do notice, even though the lights, like the crystals, are dimming, your ability to see in the darkness in the corners of this is actually brightening. There's like a weight coming off that you have felt since you have entered. Yes, and Deckham, you start to remove that. It's pretty simple belts. She is actually rather, other than the shaking from the anxiety and such, you can see that there was no sedation. You know, you all can see that. There was no anesthesia, nothing applied. Kyle, roll me a perception at advantage, please.
Oh dear God. Fear. Oh, that's a 23, my good sir.
As you're watching all of this, you watch as Aura moves over to that table.
Yeah.
It's a shrine. You see pictures, sketches of Alexa Cross. Various portraits, fan letters. And you're just scanning, and you watch as Aura walks over, and your eye catches something. There's a box. And affixed to the top of that box with a red bow is a letter. And the name Deerhead written across it.
I guess I'll go up to the box and try to look at the letter.
Are you looking at the letter first, or what's in the box?
Letter first.
Because roll me a history.
Fuck, I'll burn my inspiration and see if I can do better.
No, I mean, it's good enough. You don't have to burn your inspiration. Because this is something important. You vaguely remember this box for some reason. Why do you remember this box?
So just so I'm clear, like, the letter has the word Gearhead on it.
Written on it. Very nice
and
calligraphy.
Okay, and then there's the box itself.
It's not a small, big box. About hand-sized.
I'll look at the letter first and kind of hold the box in my hand while I'm kind of reading through it. Like, basically, I'll kind of, like, psychic knife, like, have it kind of pop out through the air and kind of let her open it while I'm kind of holding the box in another hand.
All right. So, since I only put this in one solid handout, you'll just have to recognize it.
That's fine.
Or I guess I could just post that into a separate note. Just a moment.
I have a spare set of commoner's clothes, so or common clothes. I'll just give that to Kay for the wardrobe.
All right.
Am I still overcharged?
We will get to you in a moment, actually.
Okay.
You zap K and kill her instantly.
Oh God.
I had that thought as soon as I wrote that I hug her.
Just
Shocking,
so you know,
isn't it?
just so you know, I'm burnt out of spells and everything now. Ooh.
Familiar, what you know, I'd keep everyone on their toes.
I'm gonna minimize this until you let us know if you read it or not to us.
Would you like me to read it?
I think she'll read it to herself.
Well, for the viewer's sake.
I want to say no, purely because I think she's more so reading this to herself and just kind of trying to deal with it.
No, Google was just wondering if he could read it for the people watching stream.
Oh, yeah, sure. I didn't know. Yeah, whatever.
I'm reading it already as a player, but
God damn it, Kaiser!
I gotta think. I wanna read it.
I mean, it's up to you, but I really don't care since Miser already ruined it.
I thought you looked familiar, and what do you know? I found a picture of you in one of the little mementos I like to keep. Well, seeing as I got something better from you, I thought I'd return this little trinket. One of my own little quirks is taking reminders of people I kill, and, well, just 'cause I enjoy such, I even stopped to watch the moment the light left his eyes. You know, he fought to stay alive, fought so very hard. I think it was maybe 3 days that I worked on him. 3 long, excruciating days. See, I have had the pleasure of being at this sort of thing for a long while, and I just sort of know if someone's going to give up earlier. If they have some ego that leads them into delusion that they can outlast the pain. Dear Hermes, well, I'm thinking he was waiting for someone. Honestly, I think he was waiting for you to come and rescue him. Kindest regards, Captain Francis Margulia. P.S. I got to thinking after writing this, and as a man that likes to fess up to his mistakes, even if it has been 7 long years since I was there, which, as I understand, could have been yesterday for you, I was looking for this map when I killed your brother. Guess I should have come after you instead. That's on me, thinking he'd just hid it away. Could have killed you both and saved us so much of this headache. So I apologize for that.
I guess as she's kind of reading that, she'll put it in her pocket and kind of shakingly, like with her hand, kind of open the box.
Before she puts that away, do I notice that she's keeping this to herself?
If you'd like
Because
to
I was here first. Okay.
Then I will need a sleight of hand if it's going to be that or not.
It's gonna be difficult considering she psychic opened it, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
flavor
If I
text
may
versus
flavor
sleight
this,
of
I
hand.
imagine that there is a shaking to her.
Yeah. Like, she tries to put it in her thing, and then just doesn't. One letter with next time the boss
And that is
You remember this watch. You gave it to Hermes. It was one of the first things you took as a pirate. Thought he'd like it. Even got the picture of him and you commissioned that's inside. The watch, being complex because it was very nice. It shows the day, the time, all of that. 3:02 p.m. You remember getting there at 3:20. Your brother did.
Here's some more fucking taunts from the captain. And she'll kind of put her watch in her pocket.
Is that meant to keep to yourself? The letter.
It's him taunting me. That's all it really is.
Then burn it.
No. I'd rather have something to aim my hatred at, like a sword, rather than just forget about it and bury it away. And she looks at the watch. Now he's giving me something to aim for a little bit better. And you said it's stuck at 3:02, right? You said the watch is at 3:02, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way to reset it, or does it just seem like kind of hard fastened?
No, it's basically what it is, like any standard pocket watch.
Then I'll just kind of...
He just pulled it, pulled the
Yeah.
the tuner out so you can set it to whatever and pop it back in.
Then yeah, I'll just kind of like put the turner back in, just can't talk, just to get the pocket watch going again. And again, I'll just put that in my pocket.
Snap. Tick, tick, tick.
So you don't forget?
That, or at least I'll have something that you could mark when I die, the same thing. She says that she kind of walks over.
After we're done, there won't be much memory of us.
I'm not worried about our memory. I'm just worried about living through the rest of this. At least, and he looks over at Deckham and Kay and Elliot. At least he gets to be happy for now. And you can shift over to them unless you want to say something before.
Kay is crying in your arms, Deckham. She has been through a lot of trauma.
My dear, I promise you we came as fast as we could.
I want to say I didn't give up hope, but I mean, it was good to see you coming through those doors, even though I didn't know when she started cutting.
That is something I will not be able to understand. I just walked through a wall of electricity.
I mean, I kind of saw weirdly through all the tears, I guess. I'm not sure. You got a lot of smoke pouring out of you. Do you need me to work on you?
Not here, dear. Internal circuitry is rather melty, but for some reason, as you've learned, I can work in these situations. First things first, we all need to get out of here with our lives. How are we all feeling?
Unfortunately, I've already burnt out all my combat resources. Also,
There's a hole in my chest.
And if Kylie hasn't put on the commoner's clothes, I give her the commoner's clothes now because.
You mean Kay? I was gonna
Okay,
say.
yeah.
Kyle has her own clothes.
Yeah.
She's good. She has her bikini top. That's all she needs.
I'm gonna get those two names mixed up.
It's all good.
And also, as doing that, let's just say I also apologize. We could have gotten here much quicker with less problems if I hadn't lose my temper earlier. How long had this, or a former surviving heretic had kept you?
I don't know how many days, but I'm gonna guess 2? 1? I mean, I remember the ship, and they took me and put a bag over my head, and I don't know how many days that was. And then there was, they made sure to feed me. It was actually pretty extravagant. They had me in the captain's quarters. I just threw it at him, but
That's the K I
it's
know.
really weird. He
I apologize.
smiled the whole time, and he had to make it fresh for me for later, and I mean, it was very strange. And then they came and put a bag on my head, and I heard her, and they traded something, and I remember something big picking me up and carrying me, and it
Oh dear, the husband.
horrible.
Yeah. As she mentions that, Ellie is immediately going to turn his head and look at that direction of here just to see if there's anything coming down.
Anybody can make me a perception if you'd like.
Will do.
Hooray! Hurrah!
Six.
Where's my nat 20?
I'm focused.
Nice. 6 net. Let's go.
Nice. 69. Nice.
Elliot and Kyle, you hear a mournful.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Deckham, I think you need to get.
But it is far away.
Oh. Okay, sounds far, but. Guys, I think it's about time we take our leave quickly before the husband comes to the sense of getting revenge for his late heretic of a wife.
There was a way out going the other way, right? Because I don't assume we're going to climb back up the hole.
Yeah, those of you who did check her body, you did find a key.
Elliot didn't.
That would be Aura.
That's me. I was hovering that body for a while.
I mean, there really wasn't much to check. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I went to
she was
the
wearing
table
she was
too.
wearing a pair of leather pants, a leather apron, and leather gloves. I mean, she was, you know, in a pair of like.
For some
shoes.
reason, I mentally picture those leather gloves are actually made of human skin as well. So she's just like literally dented skin.
I mean, you're welcome to come check.
No, I don't need any. I don't want to add to my leather collection today. I think I'm good. That's for next week. I already have a book full of fucking eyes. I don't need more human skin.
Yeah, I just want to look over the table one more time before we go, because I'm sure there wasn't just box and letter.
Oh, fuck. I'm out of sushi.
I actually never got a chance to look over the box, or not the box, the tables before.
Just
reception
like
came in.
love letters, and it's a shrine to her, like everything in this house. There's, you know, gaudy jewelry, trinkets, people's throwing money.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll just take the letters and hold them over a candle and then lay it back on the table.
Okay.
Jacob picks up Kay and a Princess Carrie.
She definitely does not resist.
Ellie's just gonna take one more glance if there's anything that looks heretical to this shrine to her. But if there's something that stands out, he'll just take his leave as well. With a last saying of, maybe your next lifetime, you may find your way back to St. Cuthbert's light.
Kyle's just gonna put her hands in her pockets and start walking.
Jacob whispers to Kay, and Kyle, you can probably hear this too. Do humans usually worship humans?
I'm not even gonna answer that. She'll just kind of let like a snicker and just keep walking. But she shakes her head.
When Elliot says that, I'm just gonna look at him and go, do you think anyone can make it there?
As
St. Cuthbert.
as Elliot is leaving, he'll just say, they just have to have faith. That's the meaning of having faith.
I have programming.
You have F.IETH. I'm pretty sure that's an app program that could work. Please tell me Jacob just got confused by that.
Yeah, you just see he looks at you, just like he has zero emotions because he doesn't have a face, or he can't emote because he doesn't have a face. But you do see like this slight head tilt of the I don't understand, but
Does he not understand that she's spelling out face? But like with acronyms.
Jacob's actually gonna hold back as he opens the door.
Elliot will help with that, actually, as he's already moving toward the door.
Yeah, no, you're the one opening the door. Jacob holds back.
Yeah.
No, you're holding K, unless you're holding another person.
I'm holding her back.
Yeah,
Well,
not
first
to
of all,
mention,
as you guys begin walking,
well,
as if behind you the lights that came on begin clicking off one after another as you pass, like the lights of a stage going out.
So
yeah,
it was her final performance.
let's hope so.
I can't see.
I
Wait.
assumed you were getting to the other door, but anyway.
Yeah. That was just me being kind of a dick because I'm the only one in this party without dark vision.
How do Warforges not have dark vision yet?
Don't ask
They're on
me.
hive. What the
We're
fuck?
just gonna plug some fucking
Because they can
flashlights
duck
in your
under a
head.
flashlight to their head, you know?
Yeah, like just fucking duck light.
We're gonna put a flashlight in your fucking head.
No, what we need is a fucking clapper for Deckham,
Cope.
so every time we clap, and just fucking clap goes on.
I'm literally holding an artificer.
Clap on. Clap off.
You guys exit. The house seems quiet.
Does anybody have a torch?
Pulls out a torch.
As Deco goes through this room, the secrets in this room should never be out into the open eye.
As you pass, though, Kay stops. Wait, those are... Wait, she was doing that? Wait, stop, this research.
I am greatly in disagreement with this research if it involves harming the innocent lives.
I mean, she did. I don't know how she figured it out, but if I'm not, she starts flipping through it. There's so much. My word, how many years did she do this?
He puts Deckham puts a hand on her shoulder. Okay, you didn't see.
Didn't see what?
He looks down, looks in the direction that they, of the hole they came through.
Elliot will bluntly say it.
There were hundreds of them.
The countless souls of not just only the female victims that bear you and the heretic's resemblance, but many of the adventurers and those who came to save their Kay, who unfortunately have failed.
She's
That
taken
being
aback for
said-
a moment, and then, the scientist in her kicks in as she starts flipping through. She actually almost did it.
Did what exactly?
A form of immortality. Oh God, I was the last one. That was all she would have needed. And she could have, it's a high, very powerful, wizards can do it if they're very powerful and very rich. I mean, the amount of resources and stuff that went into this explains those, things that came out of the vats. She basically found the alchemical version of a cloning jar. She could have just... Wait. Why? As she goes through, she suddenly gets this curious look. Why was she was right there the whole time. It just needed... What?
Because she was more concerned about the physical beauty that she wanted for eternity.
No, that's not the problem. It's her notes here. She's always just about on the verge of figuring out the last ingredient, or this or that. Or even here, she writes that this one spoiled before it was able to do it. She's just constantly not able to finish it.
She was learning from an ancient being.
Yes, she made a pact with something that turned her from the light of St. Cuthbert, a deity of my world. Unfortunately, considering that this may have come from more or less the origins of my own world, I don't know if, or rather, I, in particular, do not feel comfortable with this sort of knowledge bleeding into the vast other worlds that no doubt all three of you have come from for. But the other part of me is abhorrent to this idea that all those countless sacrifices have been made for an attempt at immortality. None should go against the flow of time, no matter who or what they are.
I mean, this is just a statement about morals and ethics. I mean, on our homeworld, there's families like the Duskhavens and such that, well, they figured this out. Who knows how long ago, to be honest.
Then perhaps, as Elliot
Would you
will-
like to speak with one?
Yes, there is one we've encountered, but
Wait, there's a Duskhaven?
Yes.
a
She is the one
cat.
who aided us in finding you. Along with several others.
Wow, this suddenly escalated pretty quick. But I would like to get out of here. I mean, there's so much research, but this is all wrong. This is a place that just needs to disappear, I think.
Well, I have a tinder
There's
box.
that many.
Aura, Kyle, as we were leaving, were any of those vats unhatched?
I recall seeing 2, maybe.
There were 3. But I will give you this, because you were probably keeping an eye for Mr. Cross. Glancing across them, the green glow that they seem to have, greenish purple glow, instead of having forms, it was more of a soup.
I think with our main lead leaving the stage, it might have given less of the forms to whatever was left in the eggs, so I think we'll be good for the time being, but it doesn't help. We shouldn't hesitate to still burn this place down.
Looks at Aura because he was the one who brought out the torch.
Just walks back in. Table's already on fire, so he's just gonna proceed. He's gonna start burning everything, I suppose.
Right, I suppose I'll take
Probably a
points.
dex save, because formaldehyde's extremely flammable.
No, fuck you.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually nitroglycerin in those pods from the bodies, and then it just fucking explodes.
Dihydroglycerine.
Fuck up.
Yeah, I have a.
You actually
I'm sure there's a bunch of things that could just easily ignite on itself, so I'm just gonna
Jeebus, I've watched Borat.
do that.
No, it's not Borat, it was
Am I
Zohan.
muted?
No,
Oh, man,
sorry.
okay.
We're just having a dumb conversation over the actual conversation.
But yes, everything's on fire.
Cool.
Neat.
Neat.
Elliot's gonna take point. He's gonna point at these stairs. I do hope this is a way out. I don't think I want to go through the hole and the various ghosts of the victims, which I hope they have found peace.
Well, is burning a human is customary after death, yes?
Depending
Depends
on
on
the religion
tradition.
or faith.
If this room catches, hopefully.
At the very least, we had avenged their deaths. You'll look back and notice it. Arm, are you done with your burning? I think we're in need of, well,
He's just looking at all the things that he's going to burn. Like, he's just trying to think over what to take and what to burn.
oh, no reply. Elliot will proceed to the top of the stairs and see if he can break the door down.
We have a key.
You have the key.
Did he get the key?
No.
That
well,
door
Aura
is actually
has
just
a
a
key.
hatch.
No, Aura actually has the key.
Yeah.
Or
That's just a hatch, and it opens.
All right.
Plot
Open
twist,
the
that's
hatch.
actually the key to the random chests that we never found, and we burned the house down.
That's why I'm looking through everything on what to keep and what to burn. God forbid there is a very fancy shit.
We found the legical mythical sword of Strahd, and it just insta-killed everything. I'm just kidding.
Well, Elliot doesn't have the patience. He's just gonna go on ahead now. This place is already morbid and macabre enough, and having to deal with the aftermath of killing a heretic is, yeah, that's it.
Alright, 1 second.
Kyle's hands in her pocket, one hand on the dice, the other hand on the fucking watch.
Just kind of be rolling perceptions to look around.
1 second for me to get everybody moved.
I'm just writing my notes, so.
Acquired pocket watch, killed a hoe.
Fucked him up.
Gave her a 1-star review on Reddit.
Give her a fucking 1-2 schmackaroo.
That's actually how she died, is she got a 1-star review on Yelp.
Help
Yup.
Dad shipping.
You find yourselves inside of a rather dusty pantry.
What the hell?
In fact, you guys recognize a certain set of shelves that were placed against a door.
Oh, fuck me.
You gotta be
There's
fucking
shelves here.
kidding me.
But
This a door?
Yes.
Open door.
This door, just to let you know, it is locked. You did find a key on a body.
Elliot doesn't know that.
No, I'm waiting for my turn. There we go.
But he's gonna walk over and, or he's gonna lean back, since I suspect someone may have either the tools to open this blasted door, or do I have to break it in?
Just doesn't even respond. Walks up to it and unlocks it.
The door is heavy, but you do feel it move, and you see the key also deactivated some kind of magic. And as you open this door, you realize that it was attached to the back of a cupboard.
God damn it, we went through Narnia.
You're outside the kitchen.
I hate this place.
okay, if you would, just follow Elliot. Darby, I'll still control the token.
Alright. What floor are we on now?
We're near the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're on the first floor. And as you come around that corner, you see 3 familiar
Oh,
figures.
God.
Well, this time Elliot is not in smite, the holy dice smite thing. He'll just walk over to them. Well,
I mean, the first thing we have to ask is, how does Kay react when she walks around the corner?
Yeah.
What the She is just like, oh, what the that was missing a jaw, and that one's missing arms and
the
legs.
victims of
Oh, God,
Yes,
that one's missing
yes.
a face.
Don't worry, these are victims 1, 2, and 3.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
we have dealt with Alexa Cross and set fire
Now.
to her research. Hopefully it will never come to light again. I hope they
I
are
know.
able to find some form of peace.
The grip of whatever has kept us here is listening. I hope as the flames spread that we will be able to leave.
He'll walk over. Do you wish for me to give you final sermons?
Are you a follower of St. Cuthbert?
Yes.
Then yes.
Alright, player pulls out his document for, prayer for St. Cuthbert. Or at least one that I
Here's
know.
my pamphlet.
6 hours
please, in my
later.
car. Yeah.
Not really.
As they came across the Settings Desert with a cross on his back.
While this is going on, you guys just hear slight scraping in the back as Deckham is drawing on this statue with a blue pen. He is drawing an exact replica, like, so how her face was, like, stitched and all that stuff. He's just drawing that on this statue, too.
You're dead.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be kidding me.
Are we gonna
Direction?
You finish up with yours. All three. As you finish, you watch as their forms seem to return to more normal
Go, but I'd like to
before
see
they give you a
Cuthbert.
bow and fade from view. Meanwhile, where did I put that boy?
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Well, I hope you guys were moving while I was giving a prayer and not just standing there idle-willy.
Well, Deckham was basically practicing his art degree that he got.
Oh.
You hear a door creak open.
Go south, now. Deckham.
Go, I have the rear guard.
Oh, what is that thing? Oh,
Go.
that smell. Okay, I think I know what that is.
You have your...
Kyle's
You have your...
Hey.
As you say that, you do realize that there is smoke slowly starting to pour out of the rooms behind you. In fact, as you guys pass into this hallway, you see smoke starting to pour out around that door.
Right.
would Kay be willing to get a piggyback so I could start running?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, then.
Do you have enough hit points to keep it if you split? No.
Okay.
Hits a rock, hits
Um,
my knee, dies.
Elliot just simply looks forward to the large creature that's coming through the shadows, and he'll just simply say, I hope you too find your way to St. Cuthbert's light. Then runs full speed ahead, picking up Kay and Kylie if he has to. It's like, let's move.
I'm gonna be faster than you, my dude. I am a rogue.
That's fine. You'll pick up Kay then.
No, she has K.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm literally
perfect.
piggybacking her, basically running.
As long
I'm the
as you can,
fastest
as long as you're trying to do it. Right. No, I can't.
Oh, are you following him or are you waiting for Deckham?
Guess I'll follow.
Alright, I mean, it's you guys get out. No worries. However, as you guys get across the field, you hear one last brrr. You look back, and you see Mr. Cross standing in the doorway, just staring blankly across the field. There is a sudden... You see smoke pouring out of windows. And then there is what you almost feel should have been an explosion. As the smoke plumes out. But very quickly you realize it is not the image of smoke or flames at first. But you see the same eyes you saw in that darkest place, Deckham. Hundreds of faces. They seem at peace as the smoke rises into the skyline of the darkening evening. The sun turning red. Aura, would would you roll me a perception, please?
Sure. 13.
You turn to head back towards the path at the edge of this clearing. You see a figure. Now, at first you see a burning red dot, the cherry of a cigarette. You see a plume of smoke, and you realize that the wisps of smoke are almost like this figure's clothing, ragged, flowing in the darkness, the shadow. You hear a voice. You ain't got enough shots yet, boy. Long time yet. And there's an exhale of smoke. And he's gone. Kyle, you can roll me perception as well, please. Because you are a soul knight.
Let's go. 14.
You kind of notice where he's looking. And you look, and even though there's mist, you're like, that's smoke pulling off something. Just a plume, like somebody had exhaled and now it's moving away.
Guess she'll just kind of keep going. Not her place to question, because she doesn't have much information to go off of this crazy fucking place.
Elliot's just making a beeline out of there. Only looking forward and making sure there's no enemies abound or anything that will come to impede us.
Wait, they can cast that spell? Shit.
Imagine.
A few moments later. Is that you guys? Really hope it's not that big bastard we saw.
I apologize, good sir, but they didn't have any bear claws.
They did have this really interesting book I found. She holds out the golden book. It seemed to look back at me with some eyes. Kind of weird.
Yes, very blue eyes for some reason. Not sure what this is about at all.
She'll just throw him the book. She'll throw him the book.
You throwing it to Ismark or Xandal?
Why did you throw a book at a blind man?
I'll throw it to Ismark because I know Xandal's gonna catch it because he's fucking blind.
Actually, as you do, Xandal's hand snaps out and grabs it. I thought I smelled that bastard here. Starts running his hand. He brings it in. Starts running his hand across the cover. Looks like I owe someone some gold because he was right. Yeah, he did put him in my old spell book.
Yes, our mission was successful for the most part.
Honestly, I didn't expect you to find him so quickly. That really kind of throws us. I figured it was going to, I'm never going to see these things again. Well,
Ismark, Zan, I would like to introduce you to Mistress K.
Oh. I had an extra set. Oh, it's Prince. Zan, yeah. Stop marveling over your book. Ismark kind of slicks his hair back and steps forward. Hi, I'm Ismark Kulianet. Pleasure to meet you, Kay. And this is my significant other, Xandal. As the white dragon kind of fumbles over. Is there a hand out? I always hate putting my hand out, never knowing if they're going to shake it or not, or in the right direction. Also, I
Right hand 30 degrees up.
Oh, that is very precise. I like you.
Does he know how much 30 degrees even is up?
I used to be do a lot of things. And
It's
I
a
hung out with
spell book.
a navigator for a long time, so 30 degrees is just a thing.
Goes 30 degrees down.
No, he goes right to it after.
Okay,
years.
okay.
Anyway,
This is-
not to really cut this short, but we should get on the dinghy because if my ears aren't mistaken, the island's about to collapse or explode.
I'm sorry.
We did set the manor on fire.
And about that moment, you all kind of feel a tremor.
He just quietly steps on the boat, like.
Yeah, I'll take the helm and start fucking
Just-
driving the dinghy then.
Picks up Kay by the waist, puts her on the boat, and then helps Elliot push the dinghy as
Elliot
Elliot
will
pops
help.
in.
I'll use my captaineering skills, I guess, to fucking go.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Eh.
So, are we heading back to the lighthouse, or do we need to make another stop?
I think the lighthouse is more preferable at the moment. The lady safety.
Avoiding combat would be the most prudent option.
Agreed.
Also, which one of you is burning?
Me.
Oh,
Elliot checks himself to
That
make
is-
sure his skin
it is
isn't
burning.
burning.
I apparently decided it was a good idea to walk through an electrical field.
ah! I once turned the... What was he? Burgermaster. Yeah, that's right. Of Valaki inside... Well, not really inside out, but I did cook him like a turkey once. Landing mold.
You turned a master chef into a what?
Burgermaster. The
Yeah,
term
she heard
for mayor.
burgomaster and she processed it the other way.
It's
No.
a term for mayor.
Never heard it.
It's an ancient term.
An old term, usually for
I was
more.
burgomaster.
Is that not what I just said? I said it's an ancient term, you're like, it's an old term.
Sorry, my internet's going a little
No,
slow.
it's perfect for...
This fucking party. So you're telling me there's not a master of burgers somewhere out in this world?
No, they don't make ground meats.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh no!
God damn it, Dan, not them.
I hate that I keep willing shit into existence every time.
As you kind of do as you guys are sailing off, you do look back, and the island is sinking.
Is that normal?
Well, when you defeat a Dark Lord, it causes all kinds of things. Well, you didn't really defeat you defeated the champion, not really the Dark Power itself, but being that it doesn't really have anything to tie it to any fixed point or to hold power over it, that kind of happens. And being that it was such a small one, it probably didn't take much. Now, when you get to like Necropolis, that place has been falling apart now, though that bastard says that something else is going on with it. But that place has been slowly succumbing to the mist and falling apart now for the better part of 2 decades.
I'm impressed you know all this information.
Well, when you're not tied to any domain anymore, and you made deals with the good Vistani versus the crazy ones.
Hey!
The fuck up.
Like that bastard Machiavelli.
God damn it!
I sold that at good prices!
Shut the fuck up, Jeebus.
Hey, he has good prices. He sold me a rat and said it was a possum.
I told you it was a wizard.
Fucking, that's a double, you know what's worse about that, Jeebus? That's a double reference that might be like...
I don't care, I pulled it off.
I'll explain the second part later.
I told you it was a warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just laughing really hard right now. I'm just trying not to blow up my mic because, and thank goodness I'm not drinking because I would have too many spit takes.
I almost had a spit take when you said a rat and a... Anyway.
I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're... Well, Callisti kind of... She sends us on a lot of work to do, and not only that, but when we escaped with the others, well, we kind of just trying to get the hell out. But with Zan's condition, it was always blocked, and I mean, I'm a native to these domains, so eventually, I mean, there's nothing to stop me because I got a soul, but I wasn't Vistani, and prior to that goddamn Strahd was always keeping everybody locked in that wasn't Vistani blood, because the deal, even after the conjunction and all that, but yeah.
What?
You have said a lot of words that I don't understand.
What
I
is a
can barely
Vistani?
keep up with them.
Like,
You're referring to the
Zan kind of
Romanov.
picks it. Do you have how would you describe that? Nomadic, eccentrically interesting.
Yes.
Ah, the hobgoblins.
Live in caravans,
oh, the Elise
Travel.
are the elephants.
music, and colorful, and
Well, they're not music, they're more plant-based.
carnival folk. That's what I'm trying to
the
say.
Romanov.
Oh.
Yes, the hobgoblins.
I don't even want to meet them.
You have to
You
remember.
already have. You
We
bought
are from-
wine from them.
Oh, yeah.
You also have to remember we are from different worlds, so we each all have our own different terms. But at least in Greyhawk, or at least in, well, for my home world anyway, they're simply known as the Romani.
Yeah, that's
Romani.
one of the terms
Romani,
I believe
there
they
you go.
actually go by.
Thank you.
The Vistani actually can travel between planes and worlds through the mists. It's some unusual connection to this plane, like what was it explained? The Fey folk, they get to go all over the goddamn place.
Is that relatively safe considering the instability that this place seems to be working under?
Well, the Vistani got ways, and the magic that they wield is directly tied to it all, is my understanding. But they, for normal people like ourselves, and especially her, it doesn't always work so well. So you always, if you can, you want to have the Vistani take us through. Now out here in the sea is different. The strength is of the mist and its effects is different. You get into the mainland, and well, back in Barovia, if you went through, tried to go from one side out, you could pop out the other side, and there was that what the heck do we call him? The rider. It was a skeleton on a skeletal horse. He rode from one side to the other just constantly. He was always offset, so he would move over about 15 feet every time he'd do it. If you had to cross the pass, that was occasionally take an extra 3 weeks, but yeah, that was a way you set clocks by. But on the other hand, you could enter one side of the mist, and if you're headed to another plane, but your other domain, you could end up 3 years later than you expected to, or you could come out 2 domains over and then pass through and come back out the other side, right spot. The Vistani got magic and stuff to be able to detect where and when things are going to pop out, and what worlds and when, and it doesn't affect them the same way it affects the rest of us.
Deckham turns to Kay. Now, I know this is a lot of information, but you can't keep thinking about the worst possible outcomes like you usually do.
I just had someone try to skin me alive.
True.
There is no scars on you, is there? As Elliot takes another look.
There is.
Humans heal, right?
To a degree, but
It is a healed scar, but it is a scar.
it might need another session or so. Perhaps Callisti may have some healing slobs that could clean out the rest of that scar, or perhaps once I can get a long enough rest to regain my strength, I can make another attempt.
I mean, I just could weld it back together.
Roll me a religion, Elliot. Or a medicine.
I'll go with religion. I have suspicion as to why she's scarred.
I have neither of those, so I can't aid him.
17.
You as a religious man and having this power, you know that in your world on rare occasion, healing of any magical nature, potion or whatever, depending on what has caused a wound, it will heal. It is healed completely and fine. It does not mean it doesn't leave a mark. Especially if there is
Great evil behind it.
necrotic magic or magical wounds or cuts made with magical weapons or tools.
Now, okay, I was able to save about half of your luggage.
Oh, so I may have thrown some of that off while we were riding on the pole over to the beach.
How half of you slept most of the time?
I was
Well,
concerned
Damn
for the welfare of the
mortals,
child.
and there's need for sleep.
I was concerned for the welfare of the child, but on the issue of your scars, Miss K, I do apologize, but it may be beyond my current abilities to fully heal those scars. And considering that she had
I'm not
used...
gonna lie, I'm just happy to be alive. I mean, a scar is a scar.
I suppose.
She kind of reaches back and kind of, she runs her finger along, like, the parts that she can reach. I mean, there's worse things to have, like, not having skin.
Looks at Deckham's dented as shit helmet.
Is Declan
I
still
still-
smoking, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Actually,
okay.
the smoke has started to stop, and especially as you're entering the mists and traveling again back, what you assume is south.
I just realized I got a
I'm
3
going
on
with
a
whatever the current
2d8.
takes me from what I remember to get to Callisti's lighthouse, because that's where I assume we want to go.
Well,
How do they
actually,
do
you noticed
3 damage on
that,
2d8?
hmm?
I'm now realizing that Thunderwave is just 2d8, and I got a 3 for damage.
Yeah, and then I rolled 2d8 and you took 16.
Yeah. Have you noticed my luck as finally having to DM for me?
Yep.
It's funny. It's fun
It's
to
terrifying.
watch.
Yeah. I don't know how my characters survive most of the time.
Because
Luck.
all of us
It's not luck.
all of us roll God tier to make up for you rolling like that.
Strategic. Oh, wow. I'm getting tongue-tied today. I should not drink too much. Strategic, tactical maneuvering. There we go.
It's not tactical if you can't roll for it.
True.
Something you do notice as Mark is guiding you, he lights a lantern, and it's a hooded lantern that shows a beam, and you watch as it kind of angles and twists on the pole that he has it on, and he basically has you following it.
I told him that.
Fuck up. Is that since Kyle's kind of familiar with some magical items that pirates would use to look at it, is that a lantern of revealing? Or something?
No.
When you say that, Deckham covers up Kay's
No,
private.
that's not what that does.
We used to have those in my world. Shut up, Daniel.
Why the f-
No, it's called a guiding light. Part of the lighthouse magic allows it to connect to it. Callisti made, actually, I guess Callisti's predecessor made a bunch of these, and Callisti hands them out to people who need to find their way back.
God.
That is interesting magic.
Still upset it's not.
In my past lives, I was more like Elliot and Aura. But as soon as Mr. K put me back together, these... What do you call it? Overcharged anomalies?
Yeah, some kind of battery issue, I guess, or something. Power source.
Yes, my power source is a bit overcharged, and I could do things like somewhat like the wizards of my era can do.
Deckham, would you roll me an insight?
18.
As you're saying that, it occurs to you on your internal heads-up display, there's an icon you've never seen before.
Processing. Gonna focus on it.
As you do so, you suddenly read in your internal dialogue. Air blockage detected. Seek maintenance.
Damn it. He says damn it out loud. After he says processing.
Are you alright, Deckham? Is the damage?
The internal damage is reading an error. A new error that I haven't seen before.
I don't have my tools with me. They were in my luggage.
I mean, I...
Mr.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he would actually call her. Mr. Scalisti might have the magical tools required. She seems to be quite the specialized individual.
Right, you said she was a Duskhaven.
Correct.
Is there something unique about these Duskhavens that we should be aware of?
Incredibly potent magical casters. Morals were thrown out the window centuries ago, though.
So, are we potentially dealing with another Alexa? As Elliot is actually...
No. They seem to run by some sort of code. Depending on the Duskhaven. And from what I've seen from this one, I have yet to come to a distinct conclusion, but she seems to be one of the ones that follow their memory not found.
Well, not as convincing as I hoped for. I shall discern to your judgment then.
I am an incredible judge of character.
Elliot just remains silent and just continues looking out.
I'm not gonna say anything as I'm driving the boat. As soon as he says that, she just stifles a laugh and just keeps fucking following the light.
You feel he's not looking at you, but it's that weird feeling you get when you cut your hairs stand on end, both you and Aura. Like he's looking at you, but he's not looking at you.
That's fine. Wouldn't be the first time.
Scanning.
Yes,
Yeah.
but not saying it out loud.
Yeah. Elliot just kind of goes quiet, turns, looks back to the fog.
Actually, out of everybody in the boat, it's brain frying. Kyle, Aura, and Ismark. Doesn't trust Ismark yet.
Understandable. I mean, I'm just laughing. That's not anything.
So if you guys have anything else to talk about on the boat, now's the time. Otherwise, The journey's fairly uneventful.
He would bring this up. Deckham will look across the boat. All of you, I would like to thank you for aiding me in saving the mistress. If you need my services continued, he looks at Kay. You need time to rest.
I mean, I guess I don't understand what's really going on. I mean, are we able to leave, or?
We are not. Everyone needs their particular item that was taken from them.
I am curious, though. Callisti did mention that the child and possibly Mistress K here are not bound by any anchors. Neither are you, since she is present here. Will that conclude that the three of you are capable of leaving these areas?
It may. But as a warrior, I cannot allow myself to leave while you three are still stuck here. I will do everything in my power to get Kay back to Jordoba. But I will remain here and aid you in your quests.
Zan kind of chimes in after a moment. Actually, if I recall, let's see, if Kay was the one taken, you're gonna have to go through with the rest of her plan, because that means the miss marked you. I don't know about the girl.
Elliot's eyes narrow immediately as he looks directly at it was Xander who said that, right?
Xandal, yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna get names wrong left and right until the end of time. But anyway, Elliot looks at Xandal and says, "What do you mean that the mists have marked them? Are you saying that the child?"
She's got a scar, right?
Silence.
Dark power. Same with me. I mean, I got my eyes back, but until I get it corrected, I'm just as stuck here as everybody else.
Then what of the child, Shelley? She was nearly killed by the pirate captain. Surely this place is not for a child.
Well, yeah, I guess you're gonna be just as sad as the rest of us about how many children there are in Maids of Dread. But is Mark Hudson?
Elaborate.
If she wasn't marked by the mists, Callisti said that, I don't know what she exactly said, but if Callisti thinks she can be sent back, then that might mean she wasn't connected. Like each of you, with something being taken, it's the mists. I mean, not just that asshole of a captain, but the domains of dread connecting to you, wanting you to stay. You have to fight and get out of the whole tangled mess. But Callisti thinks the girl might be able to get out of here. That's a different story. She might not have been marked or tainted, or how do I put this? I mean, what condition is she in?
Currently, she seems like she's still in a coma.
Has she been that way the whole time?
Elliot really thinks about it. Possibly. She was almost hanged by the captain.
Well, I mean, if she was, how do I explain this in a better terminology? Zan, maybe you can chime in. Well, if the girl wasn't, so, in the situation we just came, the K has witnessed, and suffers not just the physical scarration, but mental and spiritual scarration, so to speak, like the rest of you. The strong emotional ties, the spiritual ties, the effects of interacting with the domains of Red itself. Now, yes, you defeated the one that took and tried to lay claim over K, and therefore Deckham by proxy. But, the scars linger. So that means it takes a lot more to get out. I guess in a history lesson, Ismark, tell him about Barovia.
Oh, fuck.
Basically, in Barovia, Strudel von Buckstein decided he wanted to have entertainment, or longest fucking suicide ever. I'm still not sure on that. But he'd bring in adventures like, well, the white boy there, his crew, and all those that didn't make it out. And in my lifetime, at least 50 other people. At least. That's not counting how many iterations we went through, reincarnation and all that crap being stuck there in the first place. There's told us some 600 years of that shit. Needless to say, though, the idea was he'd bring in people, and yeah, the end game was to defeat Strahd and gain all these items and basically repeat history over and over and over again up until, well, in our case, somebody broke the cycle in the game, and well, that's how we got out. They figured out how to stop, well, my sister, which was actually, my sister Arena, and it was a convoluted thing, and she was the reincarnation of the guy, or the gal that Strahd was trying to get to marry him back before he became a vampire, but he was too old. She decided to marry his brother because he was younger, prettier, and a paladin, and
As you're talking, fucking
Kyle's
Kyle's
to
like,
do it without.
yeah, no. Kyle's just looking for a fucking like, my God, is the shipwreck gonna end? Where the fuck is the island?
Honestly,
Deck was doing internal maintenance.
the sad part is that while Elliot was interested at first for answers to
And then it
Shelly
just
and
kept going, and it's like,
yeah, I was gonna say as soon as he was looking for information about freedom for Shelly and Kay, because to him they're innocent, but once he goes on with the story, it's just like he's staring, but it's very clear that the lights are off right now.
I mean, Ismark's looking out into the fog, so he hasn't really noticed that all of you have checked out as he's trying to do this, and of course, Vanderhall's blind as fuck, so...
Yeah,
I
so
imagine them just like talking into the distance, and all of us are just like,
I suppose
But he
only,
basically goes into the whole story, like the general storyline of the Curse of Strahd module,
Yeah.
like, they come in, they do this, they do that.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Trying
the
to-
others, at least Deka, Aura, and Kylie would notice that Elliot is like still as a statue at the moment.
Yep. Well, after a few hours...
oh my God, he keeps going for a few hours.
No, I'm just... No, he goes on for a while, but... After a few hours of travel, you do arrive back at the lighthouse.
No, I'll flavor this. Like, Kyle's just like hitting her head off the steering wheel after like the third hour of the talk.
After the internal maintenance is done, Deckham puts a hand on Elliot's shoulder.
There's no response at the moment. It's clear.
Yeah, it's an electrical shock.
I would mention, though, you are getting an error message on your repairs.
Yeah, He figured after he probably tried it about twice and then gave up. It's like, fuck, I need somebody who's better at this shit than I am.
Okay. He got Ellie's attention.
We'll save her.
That is
You're not looking at me.
Elliot just he just
Your eyes are trapped off my right shoulder.
Oh wait. We were speaking Deckham. I do apologize. The story just bored me to the point of standing still.
The story was quite intriguing.
I lost track.
Apparently there's a vampire that steals people and makes them do really, really terrible things.
Mostly stupid tricks, like freaking. One time he had him chased by bears on balls.
Yes, I remember the story. You were telling a story about a dwarf that found a spear that drank blood.
Oh no! It was a hairy old man who had the spear, and when he died, they buried it, and the spear was always like, "Oh, you're a bloodthirsty bugger. You should pick me up."
I was referencing one of my very old characters with that one.
A very old character, which could easily be said that a very hairy mounted dwarf found said spear in the graveyard.
Yes, he met one of the lords of my Grell met his old character and made a deal that he would pluck out Scott's eye with a spoon
Yeah.
or fork, I'm not sure.
For a yield of everlasting mead. Of
Oh yeah, that's how we got the wine weird.
No, I already had the wine weird.
he
I
got,
also wanted more alcohol, but I never got to do it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic again.
yeah. Yeah, just another.
We're fantastic at that.
Yes.
Want to be a D&D campaign without.
Now, okay. Do not be surprised when this woman is tabaxi. I was, and she got really agitated about it.
I tried to pet her. Didn't like that.
Not a good idea.
You tried to pet a Duskhaven? I'm amazed that you're still alive.
I think that's why she has the horns.
Are these Duskhavens really to be trusted? The more I keep hearing
That didn't seem
your...
too bad.
Yes.
Depending on the one you meet. Oh, there's one. Oh. I just like to thank the Lord I don't have the
Right.
male appendage.
Goes to the door, knocks it loud.
Actually, right as you go to knock, the door swings open and she's standing there.
Hand goes right above her
Holding a
head.
watch. She's holding a watch, and she turns and looks over at Ismark and Xandal. You took the scenic route, Kyle.
She was driving.
I got to
Sandy?
the story for 3 hours and hit my head off the wheel too many times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Ismark
fine.
looks offended. Zan's just smiling, like smug, like, ah!
Goes immediately to check on child.
You go ahead.
What I just imagined was like literally as he was talking, just like she keeps like steering it, like isn't paying attention, then just has to keep course correcting.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry. Go for it, Moogle.
Nope, go ahead.
I was just saying, as we make landfall, Tyranid, Deckham puts a hand on both Ismark and Zan's shoulders. We couldn't have done this without you two. Oh, bye.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Zan is like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. And Ismark's like, yeah, we know. You didn't have a boat. Ismark.
Very true.
Communally.
And I don't swim well.
I hope she has coffee.
I think.
Oh, yep. You see Zan. Yep. Fresh pot.
Looks over at Kay like a steel rod. Is there any way to make me more buoyant? Apparently we're going to be dealing with a lot of water. And being a metal person, it's not great.
I mean, there was a theory about using sheep splatters as a flotation device, but I
We'll find some sheep.
it would take a lot of sheep for you, dear.
Shit.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Shall I go into sentry mode?
I mean, do we need to? Is this place not safe?
She knows this, but Deckham goes completely still, and that's him, like, thinking, but mainly thinking of a lie. Yes, it is safe.
Your Callisti. Yes, it is actually very safe.
Relatively.
I mean, only if the Astral Dreadnought in the basement gets loose, it would be a problem.
Excuse me, the what?
Nothing, that was a joke.
Of a
No,
basement?
At this point, I don't expect anything to be a joke, considering what the hell we just dealt with.
Now, I'm guessing, I mean, I guess you guys could tell me about it, but I can assume that it was pretty bad. And Elliot, her fever is broke, but she's still not awake, which is a good thing. I've kept her sedated.
I heard something disturbing that she might be forced to stay here due to the evil, the evil that has marked her or something.
No, it hasn't. That is the one benefit. When, if I'm understanding the ruses correctly, when she almost died, you actually weren't entirely in the domains, so she's not bound by the domains of dread because she didn't technically begin passing through the barrier of life and death here. But she is in a state of limbo, and the sooner we get her out, better. Which comes to the situation, but I'm guessing this is Kay?
The Sword of Deckham.
EC just, yeah, I think you noticed it. I'm not sure if you did or not, but I think it was actually only Kyle. Deckham is just, there's just these red dots that track the entire room.
Actually, if you try to go into sentry mode, you find that you can't.
Ah! Error. Oh, this is a terrible error.
I feel like Deckham.
Mrs. K. Sentry mode is malfunctioning.
I'm guessing he needs maintenance work.
I did walk through a field of electricity.
Follow me, please.
Walks up to K. Whispers very, very loudly, "That's the Duskhaven. You can tell by the hot."
I know you said hat, but I thought you said you could tell by the hot.
I thought so too.
That's the accent, my guys. I'm sorry.
That's
I know,
alright.
it's funny though.
You have to be both? No.
No. Illegal.
I'm a robot, man. I don't even have those parts.
You just glue some fur onto, then you do. Alright?
Shut up, goat woman.
Anyway, she leads you in, and this is where she's kept, like extra storage and stuff. But you do see an area that's been moved around into a sort of work area with a chair. This should be all the tools. Let's see. Oh, here it is. And she hands a screwdriver. This one's special, so anything you need, just
DeWalt.
It is actually on Jordoba. I'm imagining it's a very expensive one, but it's known as a universal tool, which means it can be any toolkit.
That is. Yeah, that's Dwarven make.
Yeah, it's that magic item where it's it's a wondrous, but it's it can be smith's tools, it can be tinkerer's tools.
Yeah, that's absolutely a Dwarven tool in Jordoba.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I lied. That's Gnomish.
This one though, surprisingly, is Elvish made, because you can tell from the engraving, and definitely not from Jordoba.
Okay. I was like, not in my world.
Yep. But you know what tool it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, Deca might not, but Kay does.
So, you just have to push here, the bench is set out, judging from the age of the model, and I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it definitely smells like something burnt. But if he's still moving, that means he's probably not completely dead. Yes, that's what I believed he was too.
Wow.
Deckham, I guess we should get to work.
Yes, I did perform some personal maintenance before we walked into that room. But the electricity did more than overcharge the capacitors.
Yeah, I noticed the ash falling out.
Also, noticing war unit Alpha 12 highly malfunctioning. I believe I am now just Deckham.
Callisti kind of... Warforged weren't my area of study. I just know the basics of manufacturing and the manufactoriums and all those that produced him. You're definitely a rare case, so I'm going to leave to the people who know what they're doing.
Okay, if you would like some of your more manufacturing clothing, they should be placed in the area that Zan went in. I believe that's why I placed
Also,
your
there is
bags.
clothing if you go to the dresser on the right. I guessed your size. Or at least the chest will. Excuse me.
Did Kyle actually throw away the clothing I brought?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was hers, but there was some stuff that did wash up on the beach, this morning.
I'm so glad that's actually canon.
You actually, turn, and hanging from some wires is, wet underwear and stuff.
God damn it.
Huh.
Well, you can't say I didn't try. Going into repair mode.
And we will get back to Deckham in a moment. Callisti walks in. Alright, so, Elliot, since you are concerned, yes, I can send her back. I have been able to ascertain that my ability to cast the gate spell, and with her current situation, so long as we can pinpoint exactly where to send her, we can send her back. Or technically we can blue veil her, but one tends to be a little bit more tricky and takes 6 hours, and I don't have the materials for that one. Which also comes to the problem I don't have materials for the other one, which is, unless one of you is packing around a 5,000 gold piece worth of diamond, single diamond.
Perhaps the alchemist has it.
I asked, and he said no, but he did give me some leads on a counter, what would we say,
An accountant?
substitution.
Oh.
There is the accountant too, that's the other substitution. Not entirely sure how good that one's going to be. And you hear a groan from Ismark. Yes, Ismark, it's that one.
Right.
You hear Zan, who's like munching on a like what looks like a waffle. I mean, we'd have to go see them anyway.
Right. Either way, if these, I guess, fetching journeys would aid to get the child out of here, I am willing to go alone if necessary.
Well, depending on which one you would choose, that actually could be a suicide mission.
Don't you fucking dare! Ow, oh, welder, ow!
Well,
Yeah, okay, back there. Okay, hold still. Just
well,
that
What
is
is
a lot.
suicide mission? I
That
need
is
to
a
know
lot of
that.
ash. I don't even know what's left in here.
well. I do not know.
I mean, it's like
if-
the whole thing is just it's burned. Wait, there's something under here.
Not that wire!
No, they're not.
Yes, well, I would be remiss if I were to ask others to follow along among my own selfish quest on that particular part. But he looks over to Kylie, then especially to Orem. And I don't know of your circumstances too well, and we have not known each other long enough, but well, I'm certain that Deckham will not disagree and most likely come along with. Where exactly would you two lie if I were to ask for your aid to help me send the child back safely to her home?
Completely,
Another statue?
completely different. Hexic, what is your character's name?
Aura.
Aura.
We've been calling him Orem for so long.
Aura.
Aura.
Everyone's been calling him Aurum, and I just assumed it was the miser effect.
Yeah,
Aura.
it was literally the miser effect. So
It was the miser effect.
So yeah, I will now be calling him Aura. I am sorry.
Okay.
It's
Aura.
okay, I was used to it at that point.
Just correct me. Don't hesitate to correct me. I know it's the miser effect. And
Well, I
it's-
have. But it's alright, don't stress about it.
Aura. There we go.
Like I said, Kyle kind of like sitting on the floor, basically saying, "Are you gonna punch another statue again?"
I make no promises. If they are a heretic, then yes.
She steps up for a second.
1 second. Just.
Yeah, no problem.
Busy night in New York City. Gotta love it.
She'll hold out her hand to him and basically say, "For the time being, since we seem to be the only ones really working against this, and it seems like the world's against us, I think it'd be better for us to work together rather than split up and then watch someone go die off, as much as it would." She just kind of like bites her tongue for a second.
Elliot would finish for her a museum.
A little bit more than that, but we'll leave it at that for simplicity's sake.
Yes, I kind of had the idea.
But we're still all in this together, and seeing as that we need to work together to some degree, as long as you're willing to protect me, I'll be willing to help you get to see your end through as well.
Hopefully not my final end, but
I'll make sure to piss on your gravestone every time I walk past it then.
considering the likely odds of that, I might end up outliving you. But Elliot will shake Kylie's hand. But I will do what I can to not let you die in my presence.
Like, you say that, and just the look she gives you, it's kind of like, okay. Not like the scrunch look like she was giving before, but like a weird kind of confused look, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well, unfortunately, he has no emotional look right now. It's just very...
Oh, I figured he did, but
That's
that's just her. And she'll kind of just go back and sit down. Back on the floor.
Any aura?
Sorry, someone walked in.
It's alright.
I'd be a fool not to accept help. As long as you help me get back what's mine, then I suppose you're useful.
That's fine. As long as we're clear on what we are looking for objectively.
To what extent would I go to protect the child? Not as far as my own life.
And I'm not asking for your life. I'm simply asking if you would aid me in my particular quest. Or at least my selfish request. You're not obligated to give your life, nor do I expect you to. Perhaps 1 or 2 bullets aimed at the enemy direction, but I would at least like to know if you're not going to, as the saying goes, shoot behind the back.
I've never heard of that saying.
Well, usually they call them backstabbers or dangerous types. And considering that we do not know each other all that well, and as he gestures his hand motion toward where Deckham and Kay are differences, including my own shortcoming of a short temper, nearly cost Deckham his mistress. Partially on my fault, but I'm simply trying to find a equilibrium of cooperation and mutual aid. You don't have to be...
Why do you want the child alive?
Aren't all children valuable? And should be home with their families?
As you say that, Kyle just coughs.
The thing is, Elliot actually says it with a very straight face.
I know. That's not what she's coughing about.
I don't understand.
What is it that you don't understand?
What's that?
I don't quite know. I don't understand this. I'll figure it out.
Well,
You just notice he has his face is just kind of, it's not like threat or like questioning what you said. He is genuinely confused on why you would place the value of a child's life over yours. Like as if this is new to him.
well, until you form that question to him, Elliot will not know, but he'll just simply say, if you wish to be as blunt as possible with your questioning or thoughts, I'm always here to listen.
There's no bluntness. I just don't understand.
What is there to not understand?
He just looks off.
Well, perhaps it is because of one of my upbringing. I am loath to the idea of children being separated by their parents, or losing them, or parents losing their children.
Well, we probably have time while Deckham's probably getting punched 1,000,000 times over and screaming in another room. We could probably just swap stories.
Before you do that, I just wanted to mention something.
Who's that? Was that Callisti or Ismark?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what...
That she's going through some books, and she has had, like, essentially to Kyle, it has been obvious that, like, certain things that Aura has said, she's just rolling her eyes like, oh my god, I've heard this before. And she kind of goes, also, just so you understand, Mr. Morris comes from a world that is considerably harsher than yours. survival is just is a thing, not a. Well, your life is more important on his home world than others, which is probably more the reason why it's got its own problems. Needless to say, though, we will require some items, so it's good to hear that you're all working together. So, your first option, of course, is to actually find a diamond that big. Now, my understanding is, she kind of looks around the corner. You see her, you know, she kind of is weird as she kind of pulls a stone out of her pocket, rubs her thumb on it, holds it up to her ear. Did we happen to find that diamond? Uh-huh. Oh, really? And the alternates? Okay. And she puts the stone down, or back in her pocket. So, the diamond, we'll have to have Max or friends help us go that far, because that is a considerable distance, and, well, first you'd have to go over to Gallows, a graveyard. That's what it's.
Why is the diamond in a graveyard?
Oh, no, the diamond is actually on a, very small island chain that was pulled from, the world. Very feudal, honor-bound society, but a lot of political intrigue, and they're always fighting each other.
The moment you say political, her eyes just kind of like, no.
I mean, it would be a heist. You would have to infiltrate, get into the Shogun's horde, and steal it.
Now she's interested the moment you say heist.
That sounds simple.
What is a shogun?
Well, I mean, if you're talking extremely highly armed armada, I don't even know if the captain would go after that.
Oh.
But I'm sure you guys could figure out ways to do it. That place is, like I said, lots of infighting amongst the feudal society, even though it is ruled over by one. The under groups are vying for power all the time. The second option is the accountant. The replacement there would be a soul coin. Have any of you been to the Nine Hells?
No. Why?
No.
Why would I
mean,
go there?
I guess that was a stupid question. But you never, I'm not gonna lie, I've been to a lot of places and I have come across people who just happen to have, from stupid reasons, usually making deals.
PTSD is fucking going through the roof.
But, they have a thing where they convert a damned soul into a form of currency about, 8 inches across by an inch thick, and, well, the accountant happens to have one that would be worthy of that value.
And how much is the value of this currency?
Well, it's 5,000 gold worth.
Oh.
But you also said it's worth souls, so how do you transfer gold to souls?
I'm just disgusted by the idea of a soul having a price upon it.
Oh, I am too, but I'm just intrigued by the general way of it.
We are talking evil. I mean, we're not talking good people. I mean, yeah, it is a soul, but that is kind of where the value of the power comes from, is that the deeds and acts that soul did in its time before becoming a coin have generated a lot of power. That power, of course, can be converted into magic.
Elliot's just quietly cracking his knuckles now.
That seems reasonable.
So it's like a weird lich, but in a coin form?
Everybody roll me a perception real quick.
Oh no. I kicked the shit bucket and now I'm about to get fucking punched. Wow.
You have persuaded the shit out of whatever it was.
Yeah, I persuaded it real good. Fuck it, I'll burn my inspiration so I can actually do good at this.
Alright.
You know what, fuck it, I'll also burn my...
Up above you, Deckham, you and Kay first hear it. Everybody else does. You hear a voice. Did someone say lich?
Oh, you've gotta be fucking kidding me.
What?
Did you see Callisto turn a corner? Zool, go back to work.
Zool?
You have a lich?
Yes!
Shut up, Jeebus.
You are an embodiment of my spell book. You're not a lich anymore.
Fuck you!
No. You're so gross.
I don't have that anymore, but I'm here!
Wait,
Set it on fire! That would be a good idea! It's a bad idea!
why is your spellbook a lich?
Because I'm of Order of Scribes, wizard. Very... Yeah,
Is
you
that
know what an awakened plant is?
Do I know what a what is? Sorry.
An awakened plant.
Sorry.
The druids do it. The nature people.
No, I live by the sea. Why the fuck, unless someone's like awakening seaweed?
I mean, I've seen that, but yeah. Basically, my spell book is...
Great smoking. I'm not. Zool's here now.
I'll be right back.
God damn it.
I think that's enough explaining.
You're enough explaining.
Zool, please just go back to watching the experiments.
Fine.
Thank you.
This one got all crunchy.
Oh. Hey, what?
I bit it.
Oh. Write that as a note.
I'm the hands! Right, no, I'm a book. I'm done.
I hate you so much, Jesus.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Anyway.
She... And, so, I mean, he's, the accountant, he's an Akarnaloth. So he's gonna want to make a,
Oh god.
deal.
A what now?
And Arcana
The
off.
devil.
Again, haven't really dealt with that much stuff, so...
They're assholes.
He wants to make he's gonna want to make a contract. Probably knowing him, it would be with interest, and I mean, it might be the easiest, but I mean, you are making a deal with the devil, and some people do take offense to that.
That's putting it lightly.
And there's the third option, which is closer. You can go back over to Bell's Harbor and deal with the Nocturna Carnival to find Whitestone. And from that you hear Ismark and he goes, fucking vampire. God damn it.
The moment you say vampire, she's like, no, I'm liking the other two options.
Well, I mean, they might be more reasonable, I'm not gonna lie.
The moment you say reasonable vampire, she's just rolling her eyes.
Irony that there's a half one that's right next to you.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's a bit of a difference. It's at least she's willing to work with you. I think she's not gonna bend her knee that much.
I mean, knowing them, and if you go in with the right situation, they're more nobles in acceptable terms and the worst kind at the same time.
Wait, you said noble vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not fucking dealing with those people.
I'm inclined to agree, and I have not yet even seen any of my own other half.
So,
Well, I was kind of thinking you might be interested in being your condition, but
You haven't seen what the treatment my particular situation brought me.
okay, I'm sorry about the awkwardness. I really don't know how to respond to that. So yeah, that's we need that, and then I can perform the ritual to get her back. Well, spell. In the meantime, though, depending on which ones you choose, like I said, the one is literally over at Bell's Harbor where you met the alchemist. I have no idea what they would want you to do. I mean, it would probably be some menial labor knowing them. Last time I had to deal with them, they let me see that. Oh, right. It's with the bears and the giant balls. Vampires are fucking weird out here.
So Moogle, just above.
I mean, granted, he's not as bad as them.
Sorry. Just above the table, then our options are basically a heist from
Shogun.
from a shogun, dealing with some noble vampires, or going
Dealing an
to
Arcana.
yeah. God, I hate all their choices actually.
The fact is, like, as Elliot is like putting his 3 fingers up, and it says, "So we're basically down to stealing from some crazy. I still don't even know what the hell a shogun is.
Think of a king, emperor. They have those in your world, yeah.
I can understand that with the king and emperor, but never heard of a shogun before. But we're going off topic. The second choice is, you see, he actually grits his teeth. Fangs are not there, but you can see the frown, the scowl almost. Dealing with an Arcanoloth, a devil of all things, and the train of souls. The third choice, which is also just not as favorable, and Kylie can agree with this one, is dealing with pure-blooded vampires. As far as, at least from my own personal experience, none of the full-bloods ever are kind to half-breeds, or those of my particular disposition.
Actually, the Vampire Lord has 22 of you.
Elliot pauses to look at you really hard.
Your kind are not necessarily rare in some situations. He's not a... How do I put this? The vampires are kind of... I hate that term, coven. That's reserved only for witches. But, they hold a very strong assembly under the eldest one, and my understanding is he's not necessarily as evil as what was his name, Strahd, or well, a number of other ones. So some of the underlings, the younger, lesser lords and such, are petty and weird.
Well, that may have intrigued me out of respect for Kylie's disposition. I suppose options 2 and 3 are against our ethics. I look over to Aura and let me say, which one of those don't work well for you? Because so far, despite my own particular morals, I'm actually inclined to the first option of stealing from this shogun. Or rather, let me rephrase that, liberating the diamond for a just cause.
Devils are just kind of slavers with fancy names. I'm gonna have to pass on the Arcanoloth.
I would be tempted to smite it.
I don't
As
know.
for stealing it, that's fine.
Just as a point, though, about ethics, just to throw out my 2 cents, the vampires are probably the more ethical ones. As far as how they're going to uphold things, they haven't really screwed anybody over. Once they make a deal, they're like the accountant. They hold to it, but less paperwork. But she kind of like starts like going through something and kind of walks off a little bit.
I mean, we should probably have this conversation once.
Deckham is fully
Deckham is-
recovered. Yes.
That way we can kind of decide.
Not to mention, considering our current condition, I think we should all use a day to mull over the choices. That way we'll be fully prepared and ready to go once we make our choice.
I mean, Sam, they can keep her sedated. You have, pulls out the watch. You have about a month before it's too late for her. Or she starts suffering brain damage from the sedation.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Wait, is she being artificially sedated?
Yes. The only way to keep her between the worlds so that she isn't bound here.
Now you see the actual angry, frustrated emotions on Elliot.
Celeste, is you can roll the insight, but I will tell you, Callisti is just as, like, her face, like, she is trying to keep a straight face about it, but it's that I'm not thinking about it, I'm just doing it like a nurse. Whereas, you know, behind that mask, you can definitely see she's probably just as pained as you are about it.
He's not gonna incite it, but he's just gonna walk over here and just call out toward the direction of Deckham and Kay. Deckham, I hope you've heard our options.
I haven't. I feel like I'm very clear for most of the option.
Good talk.
Why is it always the welder?
If we're following the moral compass of Deckham, I don't think he wants to deal with the Arcanoloth or a vampire, but at the same time, he doesn't like stealing things, but maybe it'll help.
Why not? I could talk the Arcanoloth down and vampires will be quite easy to make a deal with.
I read him wrong. I read him so wrong.
I mean, I could swallow my pride a little bit more if they're as straight shooting as I hope compared to what I've had to deal with.
I say just steal it.
I'm not good at stealth.
Neither am I,
Some of us that
Deckham.
are.
You're a fantastic distraction.
Fantastic.
I don't think I asked you, where are you from?
You're very persuasive.
Is that Callisti asking me? Sorry.
Yes.
Wait, do you not have books of it here? She's kind of looking at her a little bit perplexed, considering she knew where mostly everyone else was from.
No, I just didn't ask where you were actually from. I figured it would come out in conversation. You know, I try not to buy too much with new magic. Or I just, this isn't the first time he's been at my house.
Oh, dear God. I hate you so much. Just a small spit of land kind of lost to the sea by the name of Hollow Slug. Well, not the small spit of land, it's a giant-ass continent, but...
You see Callisti, like, for a few moments. Oh, that's why you don't. You're from the coast, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. That explains the weird awkwardness between you and Elliot. Okay.
Exactly what is this awkwardness that I've been trying to figure out, but at the same time ignore?
It's the taste.
There's awkwardness.
No, well, let me explain this really quickly. Where I come from, most of the nobles that lived where were vampires. They ruled a good portion of the land and used it to stay in power, build great monuments and all that. The problem was, people tended to look the other way whenever they got involved with things, whether it's them glamoring people or worse. So, do excuse me if why swallowing my pride on noble vampires is kind of a sore subject.
He's an orphan.
Not an orphan. Still have my parents.
You're a female.
Help.
Second was referring to me, actually.
You're a female!
Sorry, I was confused for a minute where that was going.
Yeah, Elliot just
No,
goes.
Deku is literally currently getting welded on, and he hates being welded.
Okay. Sorry. But
Listen, I just want to check something.
But Elliot has told Deku that he was an orphan that was taken in by the clergy.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't like vampires?
generally, no.
Okay.
That's understandable. From where I'm from, and at least from Blackmoor, humans and vampires don't like that.
Do you actually suck the blood of humans?
No.
What do you do then?
Animal blood.
Oh, he's not the
What's your favorite?
He's not the dream damp here.
Or is absolutely, totally sincere about this?
He is very much still looking at you straight eye to eye for this. So.
Please say fucking cat. I dare you.
If you want to roll perception to see what kind of emotion he's seeing or he's making right now.
I can't. I'm in a different room.
Elliot is not even making these rolls. He's just telling you straight up, face to face. Yes, there are times where I deal with a aggravating and annoying hunger, or rather a thirst, which I normally satiate at with beef, usually cows, or sheep, whatever animal I can get my hands on.
I was gonna say a joke. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So you're just an ordinary person that gets really hungry on occasion.
Yes. Problem was that when we were in that heretic's particular laboratory and her manor, the vast amount of dry blood was unfortunately affecting me a bit, which is why I was very keen on getting out of there. And
The room filled with bodies.
and due to my emotional outburst.
I see.
Dekum has a high Dekum roll. And he noticed that you were not doing well with that room, but he also was in full alert.
Yeah, that also going with it. Ellie goes, but I can tell you for sure, and with certainty, I have not fed on any humans. Or humanoids, if you wish to go more specified and broad term on it. Elliot says that very truthfully.
I know, this is just the face of I'm so fucking curious. All we had was murder and rich knock-up fucking mages.
I love Aura. Like, as a character, I fucking love him.
Why?
Just, like, where you're from, how you deal with shit. So,
Oh, the severe emotional disconnect from most things?
completely off topic, but who has watched the anime Desert Punk?
I haven't.
I have.
That's the vibe I'm getting from Aura.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same.
I've never seen, so Hex, if
I
you and
would
I are in
recommend
this
it.
boat-
I recommend it.
Okay.
Too.
A closer variation would be Conan.
Oh.
That too.
Yeah, like such a drastic world from most worlds, and the way he grew up in it, that he just is like, there's not like he can't tell if he's right and wrong in the sense that he doesn't know right and wrong, because
That's why I get the desert punk vibe from
yeah,
you.
there wasn't a right and wrong situation with Aura. It was always like live or let live.
I'm pretty sure it's like a one-season anime. You can get through it in a day. Like it's. I would seriously recommend.
Does anyone watch the? Actually, we're getting off topic, never mind. Unless we're ending the session.
Elliot was
No,
just,
we're still going.
Okay.
yeah, Elliot's
Yeah,
just
then
gonna.
I'll explain later.
Elliot just goes and adds, well, I'm not sure what do I need to do to convince you, but as I said, I never fed on humans or humanoids, nor do I have any intentions to.
I believe you. I'm just. And he just kind of looks off.
So, Kyle,
Huh?
how do you tell the difference between a vampire and a lawyer?
If you make a joke, I will actually shoot you.
I'm inclined to
Wow.
hit you with a maul.
I'm sorry. I mean, I thought it was a good
That
one. I'm really
that-
bad at jokes.
What?
That's kind of in poor taste, but go on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to hear it.
Shut the fuck up, Deckham.
LSD looks very awkward and uncomfortable. Like,
You had a joke.
I just didn't have.
Say the joke.
Oh no! Now you're forced into a position where two people want to beat the shit out of you.
Okay, how do you tell the difference between a vampire and a lawyer?
What's a lawyer?
A lawyer has a briefcase.
Oh.
What was that, Deckham?
A lawyer has a briefcase.
Oh, well, that's not wrong. The
Damn
joke
it.
was from Hollow Swag, and it was depends on if you're in Schlington or Ahu.
I hate you. Fucking much.
Just stare.
Elliot gives the briefest and probably most dumbed down version of what a lawyer is and just says, a lawyer is supposed to be someone who either defends or persecutes you on a trial.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen where I'm from.
He just thinks for the longest time, and then all you see is the fucking meme from Zootopia of the sloth slowly smiling.
Yes, the lawbringers.
Ah.
Unfortunately, our version is the holier than
Look at him
thou
processing
smite you
the
or
joke.
not.
Wait, did Aura take that long to fucking process the joke?
We didn't have lawyers, we had executioners.
Like, yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it just takes a long time for Aura to smile.
Or just
He
get
forgot
an
what a
idea.
smile is like.
Just get an idea of like, oh, okay, this is what this guy's talking about.
Mogul, I also fucking hate you for that joke just because of shit.
You just hate me because I came up with it from your world. And it's
That,
gonna show
and
up
plus
again
you-
later.
I know it will, and I'm gonna fucking hate the reverse end of it in my campaign.
I'm gonna be so upset when I find a vampire with a briefcase.
Joke's on you, I'm gonna put one in the campaign out of spite.
Don't tempt me.
Fuck.
Also, we're not doing any reroll stuff on my end.
Anyway,
Alright. So if we're willing to start tying this up tonight, since it's almost 9.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, unless Aura wants to go on a little bit further. Unless we're just kind of bantering.
This is just. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
banter.
okay.
At its finest.
Alright.
Okay,
I'm
then
inclined
we
for the
should-
first and third choice then, but not dealing with an Arcana loft.
I know how to steal things, and guards aren't a big issue. I mean, if they're killable, but.
The one thing, Aura, I almost said Aura, because how good are you at, fuck. So I have a thing I can do if
Hiding?
Are willing to trust me for about like 5 seconds just to make sure this works?
Why? What are you doing?
Just think of it as a mental connection for us so we could talk without talking, and as long as we're not a mile away. If we're gonna end up robbing this place, it would be for our benefit, so we could at least give updates. Here, I'll kind of ping what it is. Because this is basically telepathy on crack, and what telepathy should be.
What the telepath feat should be.
Yeah, here, I'll get the
I've read this before. It's literally
Out
just
of
what the telepath
curiosity,
feat should be.
does the link, like, what does the link do besides just let you talk? Like, do you...
That's it. It doesn't, like,
That's
give you
it.
access to anything in your mind.
Okay,
and
I
you
was
can-
gonna
and you
say,
can-
because if you know what he's thinking, you're gonna have to roll some saves in a minute.
No, here, I think it's called psychic.
It's basically the equivalency of like
Really good telepathy.
casting message back and forth regularly.
Cool.
Yeah.
I suppose another idea would be, I guess.
Here,
I'll just look at him. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'm willing to try new things.
Here, I shortened it down.
If you don't kill me, I'll kill you first, always.
So basically how this works is any creature I could see, and there's no range on it, basically I can connect my mind to theirs. They can and receive messages, and it can kind of go between anyone and myself as well. And they can cut off the connection if they need to. And it works from a mile away. So this shit is actually insane.
Man.
This
why
is what
didn't-
telepathy should be, but it's so fucking good.
Oh. This is...
You hear in your head. Test 1 2.
Alright, it seems to be working, and back into yours.
He just stares at you. Like his head leans forward a little and takes a big old swig of his whiskey. Like, whoa.
I will state this though.
What's
This
up?
isn't the first time you've had this situation happen, Aura. Your homeworld does tend to have people with similar abilities.
I will say
And
though,
And that's
I-
why I was hesitant at first. I don't know if I like the idea of anything that isn't physical.
I will say, and this is her now talking, if you wish to sever the connection, then you can physically do that, and I can't reestablish it. So it's up to yours as well.
How do I...
Just think of like, imagine a door closing, and then it should close off the connection.
You can't do it again if I say no once?
Basically you had actually, do they have to be willing? No, they don't. That's actually fucked. No,
I will
but-
say they are able to close it off, but you are able to open it back up again willingly.
I can, but I generally try not to do that against people's will because I feel it's a bit immoral.
Anyway, if you guys
Sorry
are
for now.
finished with that, I was going to move back
It
to
just
Deck
giggles
before we
at
call it a
the
night.
morals.
Alright, go ahead, son.
It's just such a strange word.
What was that?
Giggling at the
Don't
word
worry about
immoral.
Well, Deckham,
Yeah.
Yes.
as you are being worked on, there becomes a moment where you're pulling off panels and they are just full of ash, and to the point where you're not even sure what.
That
there.
should be working. Why is that working? But it's all dust.
And then there's a moment where she opens up, you're cleaning, and at this point she's just taking plates off to see how bad it is. She opens up your chest, and for you, what should normally have just been anything else, you are suddenly met with a black screen. All you see is black.
Oh.
And then a green cursor. Blink, 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 blink. New hardware detected. Initializing update.
Okay, hold a moment.
2%, 5%, 10%, 50%, 100%, 106%.
But,
Your vision flickers, and you come back. Your chronometer says it's been 20 minutes. Kay looks at you weird. For a moment, you go to say something, and then it flashes again. Your vision goes black. Command prompt comes up. Same blinking cursor. Repairing. Storage.
oh dear.
Fragmentation. You suddenly see a flash. A being. Of cogs. Of wires. You have a sense that this being is... You have no true concept of God. But if you ever did, this might be it. But you also know it's not God.
War Unit
Something
A12?
You just hear a voice. Prototype. His vision clicks back. You see your HUD has changed slightly. The icon that you saw before, they've been rearranged. Some icons are missing. Your defensive mode, your sentry mode have been replaced. And Deckham. You look down, it's been another 10 minutes. Kay looks at you worried, and at first, and then she's like, okay, you're coming back. You didn't lose power. And she looks down, you look down. All the ash has begun to fall out as you see new gold. You see new metal. The cogs and stuff that make up your body are still there, but all of the circuits and the energy pathways, they're newer, stronger, completely rebuilt. As you get this. Did it show?
It did, yeah. So I'm ready.
Ooh, actually funny.
That's so cool.
Oh.
Lightning bolt.
I got lightning
90
bolt.
seconds now.
Oh my god.
Mechanically, you can only increase it once. So, if you are casting Lightning Bolt for 3 sorcery points, you can increase that D8 to a D10.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
I think, wait, you mean only one die, or like the full set of die?
It's the full set of die.
So yeah, instead of 8d6, it becomes 8d, or is it d6s?
It's D8s for a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Eight
so yeah,
d8s,
and then it'll become
6d8s, it becomes 6d10s.
60-10, yeah. Yeah, that's lightning
Wait,
bolt.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna be
But
a
that's
fucking
why it's
menace.
such a heavy sorcery point cost.
Yeah.
And I will point this out, it all depended on what you did to stop the barrier. You overloaded it, which is why this one. There was another one that was called Old Circuits, New Cogs, which had a whole different effect.
And there was one called Fuck My Ass, where it just completely destroyed your character when he died.
New processes online. New circuits, old cogs, registered. The fuck is that? Oh, I'm sorry, Kay.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I'm just glad that there's apparently no damage in your batteries. Your battery wasn't a crystal before that. That's weird. As you actually do look down and see a blue
That's
glowing crystal.
new.
You'd,
That used
you know
to be.
those Tesla orb ones? You know, the shock orbs that you can put your fingers to and the lightning jumps? That's what it looks like
The
inside.
Tesla
crystal.
ladders. I think they're
Yeah,
called
the ones that are
ladders.
inside glass. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's not Well, we always knew I wasn't a normal warforged, but you're gonna have to start taking notes, Kay.
I mean, this is on a different level. I mean, the Warforged were originally created in, factories and such, is my understanding. Callisti, yep. Then the sentience happened.
Right, after the first war, I gained a bit of more cognizance. After the war of...
Go ahead.
After the war of Mon La. In the
You
south.
also have
east.
bigger memories of prior to that. You're starting to have a few ghosts. You can't really pin things down, but there are faces and things that are more.
War Unit A12 is currently offline, but I see flashes of what he has done in the past. To tell you, I was quite remarkable.
Well,
Us.
I mean,
Personally,
as long as you're still Deckham.
yes. I'm actually more Deckham than I was before. I don't believe in stressful situations I will switch to Combat Unit A12 for quite some time. Unless the straits become dire.
As you go through looking for the protocols, you can't find them, but you do sign new protocols. Predominantly self and combat. But it is not the same combat as you recall. These are safeguard. This is a safety switch.
Okay, alarming news. Personal Unit Deckham now has a sense of self.
Whenever you do try to run it, though, it just... You do it, and it just seems like it's just there.
Which is constantly running. I feel.
Okay, I don't know if everybody's still talking. Everything just kind of roboted hard for me there.
No,
No.
I'm just
We're
here.
Usually it's time listening.
It's pretty much I feel, comma, more shocked, I feel.
Yeah, you do. You don't have that cold switch that you have. You feel that there is a weight to it now.
I worry. The ones in the other room. They need aid. No. More than that. They need someone to help them. Personally.
I mean,
They're broken.
I guess if... Yeah, they need help. I mean, if we're gonna get out of here, what Miss Duskhaven says is right, then I guess I'll stay here. Callisti kind of leans in. Yeah, again, safe. Well, as safe as it can be.
If I'm to aid them, I cannot be worrying about your safety while you're with us. Khaleesi's peeking her head in, right?
Yeah, she's stirring in something into a coffee before taking a drink.
Miss Duskhaven, if I could implore you to protect my Kaelana. That's one of the very first times she's heard her name from Deckham.
You already have the room made. She kind of motions behind, and you kind of hadn't noticed it, but behind the workstation there is actually like a hammock set up and bedding and.
He says "I" about 6 times before he goes, I feel I need to help them. Programming overwritten.
Oh, it's good to hear. As for all of you, just as a statement, every act of good and kindness you do does lessen the power that this domain has over you. Just remember that. And that is where we're going to end set. With one extra caveat, which is that welcome to level 4.
Oh, thank you.
Thank God.
Dear Lord, we going. No.
Hey, Papi Moogle.
Hold on.
Dude, is it
And
Mexico?
with that,
If
I
we
am
end this-
Goth Moogle, your dungeon master. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We will be back again in a week and a half, or a week or 2 weeks. And next week we have Jeebus and all the usual mess. So I'm going to jump it over to Jeebus.
Next week, it will be the full dive into the probably mainly shopping session, and then trying to deal with the beginnings of the problems that Big Green has been causing.
The Dungeon Master's Guide says it's only a rare item. That's only 5,000 gold.
Yes, 12,000 gold, because fuck you.
But I saw this for 200 gold, and it was
learn
uncommon.
from past mistakes. With that jovial note, yes, next session of Drake's will mainly be a shopping episode, unless everybody kind of sends me what they really want. Quote unquote, fuck you guys, send me things that you want.
Dude, I already have 2 things that I want, so I don't really need to.
Yeah, Elric, you're gonna be spending all of your money.
I know. I hope that man
But
is...
Elric will most likely be getting the first mythic item of my campaign.
I hope someone's ready to go balls deep
Let's
in that
go.
fucking item.
And
Holy shit, I'm gonna give you so many fucking buffs. It's gonna be gross.
actually, our resident cleric also has a chance to get a very good item.
Oh.
So I'll throw it over to Kyle, also known as Mariner.
Yeah. I am playing the I apparently hate vampires fucking rogue in this campaign. But no, yeah. You can find me at Diaberder on Twitch. Or, yeah, Diamanor on Twitter, Transpace Man on Twitch. And, yeah, next week I'll get to put these people through the ringer after they finally deal with the fun that isn't a one-shot anymore, and kind of have to deal with the real-life bullshit. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
We can't stop here. This is Sandhape country.
Fuck off with that already.
The sand apes are real and you're all liars.
I hate you all. Moogle, what's your... I say this jokingly, but what's your opinion on the Feet Lucky and how much you want me to kill myself? I take it. I'm not going to, but I was just curious.
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather not. Again, just
Oh, okay,
Because-
that's what I kind of figured because it's annoying. Anyway, yeah, and I'll throw it over to Miser.
Hello, everyone. I I am the very strange, not so complicated Dampier Paladin Elliot, and I am also the DM of Into the Wildlands, which next week will be the last Into the Wildlands of this year of 2021.
I thought you just said it was the last one. I'm like, holy shit, are we really ending ourselves that much?
Listen,
I love scaring you guys sometimes, but yeah. So next week will be the last set of games for year 2021 coming up, and you can find my content on both Twitch and YouTube. MiserMark2010. You can also find stuff that I'm part of and collaborate with in Jeeves and Dingus and Transpace Mariner with their YouTube and Twitch accounts. Don't mind me, I'm having a bit of a runny nose and cold coming up, I think. But otherwise, yeah, you can catch our stuff, which I know nobody's watching, but who cares. Enjoy holidays and all the other stuff coming about. And closing act will go to Greed.
okay. I was gonna say, don't forget me, please.
Maxwell!
Alright, howdy. I am your socially awkward serial killer.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
Or
now we
more
just found
than-
all the backstory. Now I gotta rewrite all that shit.
God damn it. Sea of Sorrow. In Sea of Sorrows on Morris, next week I will be premiering as Rasputin and Odin in the future campaigns to be seen. I don't have any social media, but you can probably see me in other things in the future. But I don't know how else to. Oh, yeah, one final thing before we go. An immovable rod is an uncommon magical item, Genius. I'm just saying.
It's on the list.
See, I
Anyway.
stuttered on my words because I heard a random thing of audio just like appear and I didn't know where it came from.
Yep. Alright,
Oh,
guys.
it was
so,
from fucking.
Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Since this is the last of this before the holiday, we hope everybody a happy holiday, and probably see you Sunday.
Holiday. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Thank y'all for showing up, and we will see you next week.
Later, boys.
Bye.
We'll go
And
to
girls.